For the New York Mets, the leadoff batter will be the center fielder, Tommy Agee. Batting second and playing shortstop, Bud Harrelson. Batting third in left field, Cleon Jones. Batting fourth in right field, Art Shamsky. Batting fifth and playing first base, Don Clendenin. Batting sixth at second base, Ken Boswell. Batting seventh, playing third base, Joel Foy. Batting eighth, the catcher, Duffy Dyer. And the pitcher, Nolan Ryan, batting ninth. And the New York Mets have taken the field. It'll be Sandy Vance in his second appearance against the Mets, and Nolan Ryan going for the New York Mets on the mound here tonight on a beautiful night for baseball. The umpires will be Tony Vincent behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. At first base, Frank Sikori. At second base, Bob Engel. At third base, it'll be Harry Windelstadt. Now Nolan Ryan makes the trot to the mound, goes to the rosin bag, picks up the ball, and this three-game series is about to get underway. In tomorrow's game, it's going to be Tom Seaver against Don Sutton. Tomorrow night ball game as well as the third game of the series. And from Shea Stadium, our national anthem. From Shea Stadium, and it's the New York Mets against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And if you're around the area, there is plenty of room here at Shea Stadium. Come on out and join us. Should be a big night for baseball. This broadcast comes to you through the courtesy of Rheingold Breweries Incorporated and is authorized under radio rights granted by the New York Mets solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the New York Mets is prohibited. Now, as we mentioned, it's going to be a three-game series. The Dodgers for three-night games. Tonight, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. And then over the weekend, the Giants come in. San Francisco for a Friday night ball game, a Saturday afternoon game at 2:15. That'll be Ladies' Day. Ladies admitted to the ballpark for a 50-cent service charge, and then a single game on Sunday on Mother's Day. Dodgers then will be followed by the Giants, and Montreal closes out the homestand as they play here Monday night and Tuesday afternoon. So on this homestand, it'll be a big one for the Mets, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Montreal Expos. As Lindsay mentioned, the Mets have won 12 and lost 11. The Dodgers the same record of 12 and 11. The Mets and Dodgers have met 3 times so far this year. The Mets have won 1, the Dodgers 2. Last year, the Mets won 8 and lost 4 to the Dodgers. And here at Shea Stadium, the Dodgers did not win a game last year and have not won one in 9. So the ball game about to go, and right here to take you along the way, Lindsey Nelson.
Thank you very much, Ralph Cannon. Hello, everybody. Ready to lead off here for the Dodgers is Von Joshua. He was just brought up when Bill Buckner was sent out by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's a young man from Oakland, California. At Spokane last year, he hit .277. He's batted only 8 times with the Dodgers so far since being brought back. He's 4 for 8. 1 run batted in. That gives him an average of 500. Von Joshua is playing center field. Ryan's first pitch is high for a ball. Ryan's had 3 complete game performances so far. A 1-hitter, a 2-hitter, and a 3-hitter. His record, 2 wins and 1 loss. He's doing a little gardening work out there on the mound at this moment, making a place for himself to stride there. Now, here is Nolan Ryan with the pitch swung on and foul back. So it goes to 1 ball and 1 strike to Von Joshua. Willie Davis is out of the lineup simply because of the fact that he's been in a terrible batting slump. And so he is being rested. Davis is hitting 190. Here's the pitch to Joshua. Curveball, and it's high. 2 balls and a strike. Duffy Dyer behind the plate for the New York Mets. Jerry Grote is here. He is in uniform. And the Mets expect him to be ready for duty any day now. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off. It's 2-2 to Von Joshua. Nolan Ryan walks back to the infield grass now to rub up the baseball. In 26 innings pitched this year, Ryan has struck out 28 batters. His earned run average is a fantastic 0.69. There's a swing and a foul ball back and out of play as Joshua got a bat on the fastball to stay alive at 2-2. Ryan's lifetime record against the Dodgers is 1 win and 2 losses. He's 23 years of age. Now a 2-2 pitch. High and away, and the count goes full at 3-2. In 26 innings, Nolan Ryan has walked 19 batters. Waiting on deck is Maury Wills. Here is a payoff pitch. Struck him out. Fastball swung on and missed by Von Joshua. So he is a strikeout victim. The first for Nolan Ryan, and Maury Wills is coming up. Wills has been up 1 time, and he's coming up for his first time in the ball game. He is a switch hitter, and he is batting left against the right-hander, Nolan Ryan. No score, and the Dodgers are batting here in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Ryan lost a complete game to the Dodgers at Los Angeles 1-0 on the last road trip. Here's a pitch low for a ball. He allowed only 2 hits. He walked 5 and struck out 5 in that one. In his first start of the season on April 18th here, Ryan pitched a 1-hitter, beat the Phillies 7-0 in a complete game, walked 6 and struck out 15. Now 1-1 pitch. It's high for a ball. Maury Wills is hitting .230. He has 5 runs batted in. In Ryan's third start of the season in San Francisco, he won it 4-1. He allowed 3 hits, walked 8, and struck out 8. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Bill Sudeikis, the catcher, is on deck. The crowd's riding on every pitch here in this top half of the first inning, aware of the possibilities of Nolan Ryan. An exciting young fellow. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off as Maury Wills barely managed to get a little lumber on the baseball. Hold the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don Clendenin's at first base tonight for the Mets. Ken Boswell, back from military reserve duty over the weekend, is at second. Bud Harrelson is the shortstop, and Joe Foy is at third. Now a 2-2 pitch to Maury Wills. Swung on and fouled off. Count hold 2-2. Leon Jones is in left field for the Mets. Tommy Agee is in center, and Art Shamsky is around and right. This is a 2-2 delivery. It's on the way. And it's hit in the air to left field, and it's going to be in for a base hit. It is on back. Leon Jones, and Wills is on his way to second. Jones retrieves it. That ball had a lot of spin on it. And it hit in front of Jones and took off around him, spinning off the turf. So the ball was punched out into left for a double. Bill Sudeikis, the catcher's coming up. 7 for 32, 2 runs batted in. He's hitting .219. Sudeikis was the regular third baseman for the Los Angeles Dodgers last year. In the spring, they decided to put him behind the plate. takes his lead at second base. And the pitch breaks in there for a call strike. Ryan started Sudeikis off with the curveball. Maury Wills is credited with 8 stolen bases so far this year. Bobby Bonds of the San Francisco Giants leads the league with 9. Now a pitch that is low for a ball. Joe Foy and Bud Harrelson of the Mets each have stolen 7. Andy Costco is next in the order for the Dodgers. 1 man out. 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch high, so it's 2-1. Nolan Ryan is from Alvin, Texas. He was not a high draft choice at all when he was selected by the Mets. There were some 200 ball players chosen in that year's draft ahead of Nolan Ryan. He sets up. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. It's 2-2. Maury Wills at second base. 1 man out. So now Ryan will see if he can get by Sudeikis here.
WYZR AM 930 on your...
But did not in any way affect the trajectory of the baseball. It was taken by Harrelson at shortstop. 2 away, and Andy Costco is coming up. He's hitting .221, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Costco came to the Dodgers from the New York Yankees. Defensively, the Mets play him to go to the opposite field. Ryan delivers, swung on, and foul back. It's out of play. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Maury Wills is at third. Danny Ozark is the Dodger coach at third, and Jim Gilliam is on the lines at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball hit on the ground, and it's taken at third by Foy. He plays to first in time. Right a fielding play by Foy, who moves swiftly to his left to scoop it up and play on to first in time. It's no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. In the middle of the first inning, the score is the Dodgers nothing, and the Mets coming to bat.
Ted and Doris Strait at Strait's Gardens, just 2 miles off Lake Avenue on the old Schuylerville Road, have a special now on rose bushes for Mets listeners. Jackson and Perkins Red Devil with a suggested retail price of $4.50 for just $2.50. 2 other specials include Laura by Star and Carla by Ball, both with suggested retail prices of $4.95. Sale price for Mets listeners at just $2.50. At Strait's Gardens, all roses are potted and ready to go. In addition to these specials, mention Mets baseball and save 30 to 50% on all other rose bushes. Strait's still has a special on pansies, 12 per market pack, in bloom just 55 cents a market pack. Mention the Mets buy 6 market packs for just $2.99. Strait's Gardens is just a little out of the way, but they offer big savings, and the trip is well worth the little time it takes. You can call us, Strait's Gardens, 584-3236. Ted or Doris will be happy to give you directions. That's Strait's Gardens, just 2 miles from downtown Saratoga, out Lake Avenue on the old Schuylerville Road. A small business with big plans.
We're going now to the bottom of the first, and the New York Mets will be sending up Tommy Agee, who has hit safely in 15 consecutive games, and he is facing young Sandy Vance. He has won 1 and lost 1. Vance was brought up by the Dodgers when Bill Singer went on the disabled list with hepatitis. Vance made his first major league start against the New York Mets in Los Angeles. He was the losing pitcher. He now has a major league record of 1 win and 1 loss, and a lifetime record, of course, against the Mets of no wins and 1 loss. Agee, despite his 15-game hitting streak, has an average of only .239, with 3 homers and 7 runs batted in. Sandy Vance is a right-hander, and the pitch is a slow curve fouled off for strike one. He lost 3-1 at Los Angeles. On April 25th, he allowed 4 hits and 3 runs in 5 innings. He walked one and struck out none. 2 of the runs were home runs by Don Clendenin and Mike Jorgensen. That pitch is low, and it's 1-1. Sandy Vance said that understandably he was a little nervous in that first major league start against the Mets. He's 23 years of age. Slow curveball, and it's in there for a called strike two. He got it over. On the coaching lines for the Mets, Eddie Yost is at third, and Yogi Berra's on the lines at first. Bud Harrelson is on deck. Much has been made of the name Sandy Vance and its connection with Dodger baseball history. This is a 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled out to the right side, out of play. So the count holds at 1-2. The Dodgers had a couple of pretty good pitchers with names like that, Dazzy Vance and Sandy Koufax. So this young fella combines them. He'd like to combine their talents. 1-2 pitch now to Agee. Swung on and missed. Vance has struck out Tommy Agee. That brings up Bud Harrelson. He's hitting .307. He has 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. Harrelson leads the league in triples with 4. And he's stolen 7 bases. He's off to a great start. Grabarkowitz at third on the grass. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Start him off with a breaking pitch. Leon Jones is on deck. Bud Harrelson has been the brightest light in the Met lineup so far this season. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air to right field way back. And Andy Costco's there. And he's waiting, and he makes the catch. So Harrelson made good contact, but flied out to Costco and right, 2 away, and Cleon Jones is the batter. Cleon's average is at an even 200 now. He has only 9 runs batted in, 3 doubles and a triple. He has been in a terrible batting slump. Manager Gil Hodges has tried sitting him down. He's talked to him. They've discussed just about everything. But Jones has been in the same kind of a batting slump that Willie Davis of the Dodgers has been in. Only Jones is hitting more than Davis. 2 men out, nobody on base, no score. Bottom of the first inning. Sandy Vance into the motion. Here's the pitch. Slow curveball, and it's low. Cleon has been getting little else while he's been in the throes of the batting slump. He has been on a steady diet of curveballs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That was a fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Leon says he's tried everything. He's tried taking the ball to right field, stroking straight away, pulling. But it's one of the inexplicable things of the game of baseball. It happens to the best of them. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on it on the ground, deep short. Taken there by Maury Wilson. Played the first in time. So the side is out. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. At the end of an inning, the score is Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing. Well, here's a date for all you youngsters, boys and girls alike, to look forward to. It's Saturday, May 30th, which has been designated as Batting Helmet Day at Shea Stadium this year. The Mets will be meeting the Houston Astros in a big Decoration Day game starting at 2:15 p.m. All youngsters 16 years of age and under attending the game that day will receive a handsome facsimile of the Mets Royal Blue batting helmet. As an added feature, this year's helmet also contains an adjustable strap, which ensures a perfect fit for any head size. Since this is always one of the most popular dates on the Mets home schedule, we'd advise you to plan well in advance to be here. The date again is Decoration Day, Saturday, May 30th. The Mets will be taking on the Houston Astros in a single game starting at 2:15. So be sure you don't get shut out and order your tickets right now. Parker is up to lead off now for the Dodgers in the top of the second. He's a switch hitter, hitting .279. He has 1 homer and 13 runs batted in. By the way, the Dodgers sent out young third baseman Steve Garvey and brought up a first baseman, Jerry Moore, as they made 2 personnel changes, adding Moore and Von Joshua. Breaking pitch by Ryan is low. And they sent down Steve Garvey and Bill Buckner. The pitch is high for a ball, a fastball. It's 2-0. In the recent 3-game series in Los Angeles, it was last weekend, the Dodgers won 2 and the Mets won 1. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And it's inside for a ball. 3-0. Willie Crawford's on deck. Joe Foy at third on the grass. 3-0 delivery. In there for a called strike. It's 3-1. Ken Ryan delivers. Inside, he walked him. First walk issued by Nolan Ryan, but it's a leadoff walk to Wes Parker, who has a world of speed. And it brings up Willie Crawford, who is also a speedster. Crawford hitting .220 with 1 homer and 5 runs batted in. Crawford batting left, and the pitch is low for a ball. Slate has begun to move around on Nolan Ryan here in the top of the second. Don Clendenin at first is holding against the runner, Wes Parker. It's high, 2-0. Duffy Dyer walks out there. Try to settle Nolan Ryan down a little bit. Hey, down at Connie Mack Stadium in Philadelphia, the Phillies have scored 7 runs in the bottom of the first inning. At the end of an inning, it's the Phils 7 and the San Diego Padres nothing. Al Santorini started for the Padres. Danny Coombs has relieved him in the first inning. Grant Jackson is going for the Phils. Larry Heisel and Mike Compton, the young catcher they just brought back, have had home runs. Throw over to first, not in time. Wes Parker's back safely. Parker's had 2 stolen bases this year. He hasn't been caught stealing yet. Pitches in for a called strike, and it's 2-1. Nobody out. Parker takes his lead. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's 2-2 now to Willie Crawford. Billy Grabarkowitz is on deck. He's the third baseman. And the pitch is foul back off the screen and out of play. So the count holds at 2-2. At the end of an inning, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing, the Cincinnati Reds nothing. Steve Carlton 1-3 going for the Cards. Wayne Simpson, who has won 4 and lost 1 for the Reds, is on the mound tonight. And the Cincinnati Reds have won 6 straight ball games. Now Richie Allen is homered for the Cardinals in the second with nobody on. Here's a swing and a miss. Willie Crawford has been struck out. Parker holds it first. Second strikeout for Nolan Ryan. We pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
This is New York Mets Baseball on WKAJ-FM 102.3 in Saratoga Springs, New York.
Murphy at Shea Stadium. The pitch to Grabarkowitz. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The Dodgers are batting in the top of the second with 1 man out and a runner at first. There is no score in the ball game. The home run that Richie Allen has hit for the Cardinals came in the second with nobody on. He is 8th as a St. Louis Cardinal. In the middle of the second inning, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. They've lost 5 straight. The Atlanta Braves nothing. They've won 7 straight. Bob moves 0-2 against George Stone, 3-1. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-2. San Francisco Francisco Giants are up in Montreal tonight playing the Expos, and Rich Robertson, 1-2, is going for the Giants, and Bill Stoneman, 1-4 for Montreal. This is a two-strike delivery. Swung on and missed. Ryan strikes out. Grabarkowitz. Third strikeout for Nolan Ryan. Ted Sizemore, the second baseman, number 8 man in the order, is coming up. Hitting .277 with 4 runs batted in. Rookie of the Year in the National League last year. The Chicago White Sox move indoors at the Astrodome to take on the Houston Astros. Cubs have lost 4 in a row. Ferguson Jenkins 2-3 against Larry Durker, 4-1. Swinging a high infield pop. Harrelson calls between the mound and second base. On the infield grass, he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk and 1 left in the middle of the second inning. The score is Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing.
Clear the prop. Saratoga Unicom, that's the 512. Like to see the Mets play in person this year? Transportation a problem? Call Richmore Aviation. We'll take 5 people to New York and back again for only $30 per person. On such a baseball excursion, Richmore can also get your party game tickets and arrange ground transportation to and from Shea Stadium. Flying time from the Saratoga County Airport is only 50 minutes. Think about it. You can leave Saratoga at noon, see the Mets play a game, and be home in time for dinner. Let Richmore Aviation show you an enjoyable afternoon with the world champion New York Mets. If you're a Yankee fan, well, we can arrange that too. We also have special 3-person trips. Call Richmore Aviation today. In Saratoga, phone 885-5354. In Glens Falls, dial 792-9949. That's 885-5354 in Saratoga, and in Glens Falls, 792-9949.
The Mets will be coming up in the bottom of the second with Art Shamsky to lead off. Here's scores in the American League. It's all-night action. The Yankees, who've won 5 in a row, are at Oakland to take on the A's. In the middle of the first inning, Kansas City nothing. The Baltimore Orioles coming to bat. Dick Drago against Tom Phoebus. Minnesota Twins are at Detroit. Cleveland Indians are at Chicago against the White Sox. The Boston Red Sox are in Milwaukee against the Brewers. The Washington Senators are in California against the Angels. Now Shamsky, a left-hand batter, faces Sandy Vance, and it's in there for a called strike. Shamsky is hitting .281. He has 6 runs batted in. Has not yet hit a home run this year. Sandy Vance with a pitch. And it's in there for a called strike 2. Don Clendenin's on deck for the Mets. For a ball. It's 1-2. On the recent road trip, the Mets lost 2 of 3 to the Dodgers, won 2 of 3 from the Giants, and split 4 with the San Diego Padres. On the 10-game road trip, they won 5 and lost 5. Slow curveball. It's hammered foul on the ground over to the corner of the Mets dugout. Count continues 1-2 to Art Shamsky. The umpire behind the plate is Tony Vinson. Frank Sikori is at first. Bob Engel is at second, and Harry Wendelstedt is around at third. Sandy Vance with a 1-2 pitch. It's high, and it goes 2-2. Tomorrow night, it'll be Tom Seaver pitching for the New York Mets. Seaver has won 5 and lost none. Don Sutton will be going for the Dodgers. He's won 3 and lost 3. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and foul back. Count hold. This is a 3-game series. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night. And then the San Francisco Giants, led by field captain Willie Mays, come into Shea Stadium. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon, which is a Mother's Day attraction here at Shea Stadium. So we've got quite a run of baseball excitement. And then the Montreal Expos come in Monday night and Tuesday afternoon. Here's a pitch low. Curveball, so it's out full at 3-2. year, of the 12 games played between these two teams, the Mets won 8. The Dodgers won 4. The Mets won all 6 of the games here at Shea. Payoff pitch. And it is a foul ball that's down the right field line out of play. Shamsky got around on it and drilled it on a line, just foul. Wes Parker made a dive for it, couldn't get a glove on it, and it was foul by inches. Umpire Frank Stachori was right there. Now Vance again with the payoff pitch to Shamsky. And this one is hit in the air to right field, and it's in for a base hit. One hop by Andy Costco and played back. It's the first hit for the Mets, and Shamsky is the first Met base runner. Don Clendenon is coming up. Hitting .255. He has 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. He had a home run off this young pitcher, Sandy Vance, in Los Angeles a week ago Sunday. Comes in on a hop well outside. Taken by Bill Sudeikis. Shamsky takes his lead. Pitch to Clendenon. And it's high and tight. 2-0. Ken Boswell's on deck. The Dodger catching corps is Tom Haller, Jeff Torborg, and Bill Sudeikis. A chant of "Let's Go Mets" beginning to swell here at Shea Stadium. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. There is no score in this game, and we're in the bottom of the second inning. Holds against Shamsky at first. 2-1 delivery. Clendenon sends a ground ball to third. Knocked down by Grabarkowitz. He goes to second for 1 to throw to first. Is not in time. So Shamsky is out. 5-4 if you're scoring. It was a hard-hit ground ball, and Grabarkowitz knocked it down, picked it up, threw on to Sizemore for the force. Sizemore's relay was in the dirt, but it was dug out, prevented from going by Wes Parker. Not many go by Wes Parker. It was of no consequence because Clendenon had the relay throw beaten anyway. Ken Boswell is coming up. Hitting .293. He has 1 homer and 6 runs batted in. Vance off the stretch with the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike. In the stolen base department, the New York Mets are 24 for 33. They have stolen 24 bases. They've been caught stealing only 9 times. The Mets this year have become a running ball club. Swing and a drive foul down to the right field corner, out of play. It's 2 strikes to Boswell on that one. On deck now for the Mets. There is no score. Vance steps off. It tightens up Clendenon at first. The count to Boswell at the plate is 2 strikes. They play him to pull advisedly. Curveball is hit in the air to center field, and Von Joshua is over. Comes up with it. His throw comes to second. Back to first. Sliding back there. Although there was no play on him, it's Clendenon. Von Joshua had perfect position on Boswell. 2 away. Joe Forrest coming up. His season's batting average is .215. He has 1 homer and 9 runs batted in. Vance throws to first. Clint Dunnan's back safely. Duffy Dyer is next in the Met order. Again a throw to first, and Clint Dunnan's back. Sandy Vance has the sign, sets up. Here's a curveball. It's fouled off on a check swing. Strike 1 to Foy. Again, Sandy Vance takes the sign as Clint Dunnan leads at first for the Mets. Runner goes. Curveball hit on the ground to the right side. It will go through, and Clint Dunnan's on his way to third. Charged by Costco up with it. Clint Dunnan turns and holds at third. And the hit and run was successfully executed as Joe Foy punched the ball through the hole in right. Second baseman Ted Sizemore moved over to second to take a potential throw with the runner and Clint Dunnan moving on the pitch. So that's the way they wrote it in the book. Runners at first and third. 2 men out, and Duffy Dyer coming up. In Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta Braves have scored 7 runs in the bottom of the second, so at the end of 2 innings, it's the Braves 7 and the Pirates nothing. Henry Aaron hit his 10th home run of the year in that second inning with 1 man on. For Aaron, career home run number 564. Duffy Dyer up. Here's the pitch. It's high for a ball. Dyer is hitting .237, and he has 2 runs batted in. He's followed in the order by pitcher Nolan Ryan. San Francisco Giants got 1 run in the top of the first inning in Montreal, so it's the Giants 1, the Expos coming to bat. Rich Robertson for the Giants, Bill Stoneman for Montreal. It's low for a ball, and now Sandy Vance has gone behind to Duffy Dyer, 2-0. Clint Dunnan is the Met runner at third, and Joe Foy is on at first. Foy has 7 stolen bases. Jose Cardwell of the Cardinals. Maury Wills of the Dodgers have 8 each. Bobby Bonds of the Giants has 9. Slow curveball, misses low. So now, with the pitcher next in the order, Vance has gone 3-0, and he's looking into the dugout to see if there's any thought of an intentional pass. With the count 3-0 to Dyer and Ryan on deck. He sets up. Here's the pitch. It's high, walking. That is the first walk given up by Sandy Vance. It was not an intentional pass, but at the same time, he had no intention of bringing a fat pitch in there. Nolan Ryan's coming up. Ryan is 1 for 11 at the plate this year. His batting average is .091. So he's up here with the bases loaded and 2 men out to see if he can help his cause. We're in the bottom of the second, and there is no score. The Mets and the Dodgers. Sandy Vance, a right-hander, will work straight away. He's into the motion. The pitch to Nolan Ryan. And it's in there for a called strike. Well, Ryan figured he had a little trouble getting the ball over to Dyer. He'd take one, and he did, and it was in there. Tommy Agee is on deck. Clint Dunnan at third, Foy at second, Dyer at first. Strike 1 delivery. Swung on and missed. It's strike 2 to Nolan Ryan. So quickly, Sandy Vance has gone ahead with a 2-strike count. So now Ryan will just be trying to get the bat on the ball anyway. And Vance will be trying to strike him out to get out of the inning. Here's the 2-strike delivery. And it's on the outside corner. A fastball. He is called out on strike. So Vance gets his second strikeout. The Mets are retired with no runs, 2 hits, a walk, no errors, and 3 men left. The end of 2 full innings of play. The score is the Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing.
Hi, this is Bob Walton at Walton Sports Shop, urging you to stop in and see us when you need sporting equipment. The baseball season is now in full swing, and at Walton's you'll find a complete selection of all your baseball needs. And remember, if you're a team member, you will receive a discount when you shop Walton's. If you are a camper or hunter, Walton's can fill all your needs too. For the camper, Walton's carries a complete line of camping equipment, and is now a good time to stop in and look over the sleeping bags priced from $8.35 and up. Hunters, you can help the busy farmer who is busy beating off the crows or falling in a woodchuck hole. Help the farmer and have fun at the same time. Walton's has the finest varmint hunting equipment, including guns and hand-loading equipment. At Walton's, you'll find rifle scopes to help make those long shots surer, safer, and more satisfying. Shop Walton Sports Shop on Lake Avenue, Saratoga Springs, where sportsmen cater to sportsmen.
There's no score in the game. We're going to the third, and here for the play-by-play, Ralph Kiner.
Thank you, Lindsey Nelson, and Sandy Vance will lead off for the Dodgers, and the pitcher for the Dodgers swings and misses. The first pitch is Nolan Ryan, starts off the third. No score in the ball game. The Mets have 2 base hits. The Dodgers have 1. And a curveball, a wild swing, strike 2. Vance has been up 4 times in the major leagues. He has no hits. And now Ryan back. The 2-strike pitch is grounded foul. Off to the first base side, and the count remains at strike 2. Well, a message board note, a very happy birthday, number 51, to trainer Tom McKenna. And he is the clubhouse man. He's the number 1 trainer of the New York Mets. 2-strike try again, and it's looked at, strike 3 called. And Nolan Ryan gets his 4th strikeout of the ball game. Now with 1 away in the top of the third, the batter coming up will be Vaughn Joshua. Vaughn struck out his first time up in a 3-2 pitch. People who care don't litter. The people of Rheingold care. They ask you to keep America beautiful. Joshua, a left-hand batter, and the first pitch a curve that is high and away, ball 1. Vaughn right now with 4 hits and 9 times up, a .444 batting average since his recall from Spokane. And the next delivery, a curve back and in for a called strike, right at the knees over the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan with a record of 2-1, and the big, strong right-hander with a fastball that is swung on and missed. 1-2. No doubt about it. Nolan Ryan can pitch as fast as anybody in baseball. He can throw it. When you talk about fastball pitchers and you go back into the olden days, if you talk to the old-timers, there is no doubt in their mind who was the fastest pitcher ever. 1-2 pitch is fouled back, so the count remains at 1-2. Without even a moment's hesitation, no consideration of anybody else, they all say that Walter Johnson, the big train, was the fastest pitcher in baseball. And you can name some fast ones. Lefty Grove, for one. Bob Feller, you name him. There's a 1-2 pitch, and it's grounded for a foul. This time it was Ryan's curveball, so they count again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Johnson one time over a period of 4 days pitched 3 consecutive shutouts over the New York American League team. Now the 1-2 pitch, again fouled, so they count for the 4th time at 1 ball and 2 strikes. They did not play Sunday ball in those days, so Johnson had to take a day off on Sunday, and he came back on Monday and got his 3rd shutout. Well, his record certainly backs up the way he could throw it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vaughn Joshua, the batter, the center fielder. Willie Davis not playing. No score in the ball game, and Ryan again Tries to pick up the out, and he misses high, and it's 2-2. Fastball missing high and away. Behind Von Joshua, Maury Wills, the Dodgers' only batter to pick up a base hit off Ryan so far in the game. Now at 2-2, the pitch to Joshua is a check swing foul ball hit into the stands. So the count remains 2-2. The first time up, Joshua fouled off a lot of pitches, then struck out on the 3-2 pitch. Here this time, he has made Nolan Ryan work. Both teams have won the same amount of games and lost the same amount, but they both play in different divisions. Dodgers 12-11, the Mets 12-11. Mets currently tied for second, 2 games out of first. 2-2 pitch is taken high and away, so for the second time in the ball game, Von Joshua has worked the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the signs go out, the windup, and pitch to Joshua. Hit right back through the middle, right through Ryan's legs in the center field for a base hit. Joshua holding at first base, and the Dodgers have their second base hit off Nolan Ryan. That'll bring up Maury Wills, who got the first. Maury doubled to left field. The ball was hit right at Cleon Jones, and Cleon waited for it on one hop and took a bad hop and skidded by him. Went for 2. Wills batting .239. Joshua has good speed at first base. He can steal a base. Ryan, working from the set position, throws to first. Joshua dives back in, but the throw is not close. Joe Foy guarding against a possible bunt try for a base hit by Wills. He's about 80 feet away in this third base position. Infield short enough, looking for 2. A throw to first, this one close. Joshua dived back in, just got in. Ryan trying to get that good move to first. He has had some trouble with runners. Now throw to first. This time Joshua back without a slide. Ryan throwing over to first base, fires that ball, and Don Clendenin has to catch it without any catcher's glove. Now Ryan sets. The runner is going. The pitch is taken. The throw to second base is not in time. So Joshua gets a stolen base. That is his first stolen base this season. Pitch was in for a called strike, but the Dodgers with the stolen base have a runner in scoring position with 1 away. It appeared that with the runner going that Wills was taking, he did try to distract the catcher, Duffy Dyer, by getting the bat out, but not far enough to go around. Now Wills for the 1-strike count. Ryan sets, checks at second. The pitch popped out to the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. He has a lot of time to get to it. Takes a little looper, and it's 2 men away. Joshua staying at second. That brings up Bill Sudeikis. Bill playing in the catcher's position. Last year at Spokane, Von Joshua had 34 stolen bases in 107 games. So his background shows good speed. Sudeikis batting left-handed, grounded to short his first time up. He's hitting .212, and the first pitch taken high a ball. No score in the ball game. The Dodgers threatening. 2 men away, top of the third. A runner at second. Now Ryan sets up. Harrelson over toward the bag at second. Ryan steps back off the pitching rubber to allow Harrelson to get back to his shortstop position. Joshua was not too far from the bag, so no play. Joshua's nickname is what you would expect. It is Josh. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball just inside, 2-0. Joshua was drafted one time by the Giants. He did not sign with them, and later on, after going through the draft, got signed by the Dodgers in a tryout camp. Curveball tried and outside. So it's 3-0. On deck batter, Andy Costco. Sudeikis looking to see whether or not he'll be hitting. Denny Osiak is the third base coach for the Dodgers. He sends the signs in. Ryan sets. Here's the pitch. Fastball, high ball, 4, and that puts runners at first and second. That's Ryan's second walk. And it brings up Andy Costco. Andy was out in a good play by the third baseman Joe Foy his first time up, with Maury Wills on base at third. That ended the first inning and the first threat by the Dodgers. Now here in the third with 2 men away, they have another threat going with runners at first and second. Costco's batting .217. He does have 10 runs batted in and 3 home runs in 19 ball games. Right-hand batter. Dodgers call him Clark Kent. And he pops the first pitch up. The second baseman, Boswell, makes the call. He is on the dirt part of the infield. He makes the catch, the side retire. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a walk, and 2 men left on. And the score, in the middle of the third, the Dodgers nothing, the Mets nothing.
If you're considering a new car, but looking for some way to keep the cost down, how about the high cost of automobile financing? Here's a way to save money on that, too, with a new car bank loan direct from Boston Spa National Bank. You'll save plenty because the interest rate is lower. More important, arrange for your direct new car loan in advance, even before you decide on the car you want. And then you'll be shopping for your new car with cash to pay for it. Your savings over conventional financing will show up every month because your payments to Boston Spa National Bank will be lower. Find out just how much you can save by calling in advance. Get the exact figures on the amount you'll need for your new car. The number is 885-6711, Boston Spa National Bank. 885-6711 for details on the money-saving direct new car loan. Offices in Burnt Hills, right on Route 50, and in Boston Spa. Saratoga County's oldest bank, Boston Spa National Bank, the bank that saves you money.
We're going now to the bottom of the third of a scoreless ball game. It's Sandy Vance hooked up with Nolan Ryan. Sandy had never spent a full day east of Omaha, Nebraska in his life until he came back east with the Dodgers. He's been talking about pitching in New York for 3 days, knowing his assignment would be here against the New York Mets. His opening assignment was against the Mets in L.A., and he was admittedly nervous in that ball game. He had the added problem of having his father going through an operation on the day that he was pitching against the Mets, and he did not know whether the operation was successful until after the ball game. And of course, here he is working against the Mets in Shea Stadium and facing the Shea crowd. And he's got to be very nervous, too. He's pitched well so far, given up only 2 hits, same as the Mets have had off Ryan's pitching arm. First pitch is swung on a miss, and Tommy Agee, the batter. Tommy struck out his first time up. He brought a 15-game hitting streak into this game. He's batting at .236. And the 1-strike delivery. It is taken just outside, 1-1. Tommy's had a strange hitting streak. He has hit in 15 consecutive ball games. But what has happened, he has had only 1 hit in all of them, with the exception of 1. There's one hard hit to right field. Costco back is going to go over his head. It's up against the wall. Agee on his way to second, makes the turn and holds there. That ball, a line shot. Costco thought he had it. But the ball continued to drive on out and went over his head and hit the base of the wall. And now Tommy Agee has hit in 16 consecutive games. This is the second longest record of consecutive hitting by any Met ever. The club record is 18, held by Frank Thomas. So the Mets have a runner at second with no one out. Tommy Agee there. No score in the ball game. The batter coming up, Bud Harrelson. End time called as Billy Grabarkowitz comes out to talk with his pitcher, Sandy Vance. Last year, the Mets were involved in a record that was set by Willie Davis for the all-time consecutive game hitting streak for the Dodgers, breaking a record that had stood for a long, long time. Zach Wheat had held it. Willie hit in 31 consecutive games, and he got that against the Mets. First pitch is swung on and missed. Actually fouled off, strike one. Harrelson flat out to right field his first time up. He's batting .303. He is tied for the National League lead in 3 base hits with 4. He has had 7 doubles, driven in 6 runs, 1 home run, 18 base hits. Rico Carty still has his hitting streak going. He missed the first game and hit 23 consecutive after the first. They're playing today. Now the pitch to Harrelson, taken outside. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And Vance's next pitch is taken high. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. And the next delivery. It is foul back of home plate, out of play. Gets the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with no one out. Bottom of the third, the Mets with A.G. on at second base and no score in the ball game. Mets started today's action in second place, tied for second. 2 games back of the leaders, the Chicago Cubs. 2-2 delivery. Again a foul ball. This one over the screen. Now remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of runs scored in the National League by Philadelphia and Atlanta so far in tonight's ball games. Philadelphia leading San Diego 7-2 after 3. Atlanta leading Pittsburgh 8-0 after 3. Now a fly ball hit out to center. It's not deep, so A.G. tagged up at second. Probably won't try. He does not go as the catch is made by Von Joshua, and the throw goes into the shortstop in the cutoff position. So, 1 away, and that brings up Cleon Jones. We pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
This is your New York Mets baseball station in Saratoga Springs, New York. WKAJ-FM 102.3 on your dial.
Ralph Kiner along with Lindsey Nelson and Bob Murphy from Shea Stadium. The Mets threatening as Cleon Jones steps in. A.G.'s on at second base as a result of a double. Cleon, his first time up, grounded hard to short and was out, batting .197. And the first pitch. It is hit in the air to shallow right field. Costco trotting in. A.G. goes back to the bag at second. Costco very shallow, so A.G. does not try to go over. He does throw with a fake at a run. And 2 men away. So the leadoff double now down to 2 men away, and it brings up Art Shamsky, who singled to right field his first time up on a 3-2 fastball. Art batting .293 with 6 runs batted in. Art has not homered this year. He has had 5 extra base hits, all doubles. Second baseman moved over in the hole. And Sandy Vance with his first pitch. It's over the inside corner about letter I. Strike 1. Sandy with a record of 1-1. Last year at Spokane, he was 6-8 in the Pacific Coast League. A.G. with a short lead at second. Playing safe there. And the 1-strike pitch. Lined out to left field. Might be in. Going over the left fielder, Willie Crawford. He gets to it and makes the catch and retires the side. So a leadoff double going to waste. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, a man left at second. And the score at the end of 3. The Dodgers nothing, the Mets nothing.
All roads lead to Carmody Ford and Mercury at the junction of routes 29 and 40 in busy Greenwich. Come to Carmody Carland and see their big selection of Fords in stock. You'll find Torinos, Mustangs, Thunderbirds, Falcons, and the new Maverick in dozens of different body styles. Remember, you can't say Carmody without saying car. And for the best deal on a car, see Bill Rowe, Joe Zostack, or Jack Carmody. A good bunch of guys to do business with at Carmody Ford. Before you buy, check the Carmody deal. You'll like doing business at Carmody. Their overhead is low, and at Carmody Ford, everybody works to serve their customers. There are no padded payrolls. Every dollar you pay goes into automobile value. Take the pleasant drive to Greenwich. It's only minutes to Carmody, your country Ford dealer. For the best deal on a car, see the men at Carmody Ford and Mercury. You can't say Carmody without saying car, and the best deal on a car is at Carmody Ford and Mercury at the junction of routes 29 and 40 in busy Greenwich.
We're going to the top of the fourth inning. A scoreless ball game in the first game of a three-game series with the Dodgers, all-night ball game. It's Nolan Ryan hooked up with Sandy Vance, a young rookie, and the first batter for Nolan Ryan as the Dodgers come up will be Wes Parker, who walked his first time up. Parker hitting at 279, and the first pitch is fouled off, strike one. Nolan Ryan has struck out 4 in the ball game through the first 3 innings. He has walked 2. He has given up 2 hits, a single by Von Joshua and a bad hop double by Maury Wills. A single that took a bad bounce and went for 2. Now a curve tried back and it's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wes Parker had a good series against the Mets out on the coast. He was 5 for 11 against them. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. Ryan into the windup and the 1-1 delivery. Curve back, rounded out to the second baseman. A beautiful handle hop for Boswell as the ball comes up high, and he fields the ball, throws to first for the out. That'll bring up Willie Crawford, who has struck out his first time up. Willie struck out in a 2-2 fastball. Batting at 217. He has 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. No score. Dodgers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Mets, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Both sides have threatened. First pitch, a fastball over the outside part of the plate, a called strike. Tony Vincent gives a very quick call. Home plate umpire. Pitch back, a curve in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. End of 3.5, St. Louis 1. Cincinnati nothing, and now a home run by Tolan has evened the ball game up at 1-1. Change up high and away, and the count 2-1. Willie Tolan has hit his 6th home run in the 4th inning with no one on, and with Cincinnati batting in the 4th, it is a tie ball game at 1-1. Cincinnati has won 6 straight ball games. Steve Carlton pitching for the Cardinals. He's 1-3 for the year. Wayne Simpson going for the Reds. His record 4-1. Cincinnati Reds lead in the Western Division over the Dodgers. Next pitch, hold up on the swing. It's inside and high, ball 2. Cincinnati leads the Dodgers by 6.5 games. Atlanta by 6. San Francisco by 8. Houston by 9. San Diego by 10.5. Now a fastball outside, and Ryan has walked his 3rd batter in the ball game. Willie Crawford, the runner, and he has good speed. And it brings up the 3rd baseman, Billy Grabarkowitz, who struck out his first time up. Billy hitting at 357. He has 20 hits and 56 times up. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 13 runs batted in. Crawford at first base. And the first pitch, fastball foul back. Strike 1. The end of 3, Philadelphia 7, San Diego 2. Anarini pitching for the Padres was knocked out in the first when the Phillies got 7 runs. Rand Jackson pitching for Philadelphia. Heisel got a home run in the first with a man on. Mike Compton got a home run in the first with a man on. Next pitch, a curve, and Grabarkowitz fooled Batty, had a halfway weak swing, and it's strike 2. The end of 3.5, Atlanta 8. Pittsburgh nothing. Atlanta got 7 runs in the second. Hank Aaron got his 10th home run in the second with 1 off. Now the 2-strike pitch, a fastball just high. It's 1-2. Lee Boyer got a home run in the third with no one on his third. Hank Aaron now has 564 career home runs. He's tied with Rico Carty for the National League lead in home runs with 10. I'd say Rico Carty. I meant Tony Perez. And a slider back, and it's outside and high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rico Carty has a hitting streak. Bob Moose started for Pittsburgh in that ball game, and Bean relieved him in the fourth. George Stone going for Atlanta. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. It is low. Full count, 3-2. At the end of 2, San Francisco 1, Montreal 0. Rich Robertson pitching for San Francisco. He's 1-2. Bill Stoneman going for the Expos. He's 1-4. At the end of 2, Houston 1, Chicago 0. Cubs have lost 4 straight. Ferguson Jenkins going for Chicago. He's 2-3. Larry Dierker going for the Astros. He's 4-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford at first. He is running. And the pitch is swung on a miss. The throw by Dyer is a good one. And Crawford is out. A strikeout double play, retiring the side. Strikeout number 5 for Nolan Ryan. A perfect throw by Duffy Dyer. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, a double play. No one left on in the score. The middle of the 4th inning, the Dodgers 0, the Mets 0.
I am a going on a long journey. I will be following the spring. It is high time that I was searching for the natural thing.
When something's good and natural, you can't rush it. You leave it alone to age. And that's how we make a natural beer. At Rheingold, we don't try to speed up carbonation. We let the beer age long enough to carbonate itself naturally, giving it a good extra dry, natural taste. It's expensive to make beer by natural carbonation because we can't make it any faster than nature. Natural Rheingold.
It is high time that I was searching for the natural thing.
Rheingold Breweries Incorporated, New York, New York, and Orange, New Jersey, ask you to help keep America beautiful.
Well, and the perfect throw by Duffy Dyer. The Dodgers are retired in the top of the 4th inning on the strikeout double play. Strikeout number 5 for Nolan Ryan. And now the Mets are coming up, and the first batter will be Don Clendenin. It'll be Don Clendenin, Ken Boswell, and Joe Foy as the first 3 batters for starting pitcher Sandy Vance, who has a record of 1-1 this year. Don hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman, Billy Grabarkowitz, his first time up with a runner on first. But Billy couldn't handle the ground ball for the double play, which was almost a surety, but he did pick up a force out, so Don is 0 for 1 in the game. Curveball, line to left field. Coming in, the left fielder, and he makes a sliding diving catch. Willie Crawford almost ran under that ball. Line shot hit the left. Crawford coming in, actually, I believe, tried to stop, and his feet went out from under him. And he reached up, and as he was sliding, caught the ball. It was a well-hit ball, and Clendenin now 0 for 2 on 2 hard smashes. That'll bring up Ken Boswell. Ken flied out on a looping line drive to center field his first time up. Ken Boswell. Ken, a left-hand batter, hitting 286. Clendenin before the out, hitting at 250. No score in the ball game. The Mets have out-hit the Dodgers 3-2 so far. Both pitchers pitching well. First pitch is fouled into the stands. A high fly ball. Strike 1. Taking a look at the replay of the catch on TV, Willie Crawford actually did not slip. He came in just a little bit too far and then just reached up and made the catch as he was in the process of sliding to his knees. Now the pitch is fouled off on the ground this time at strike 2. Mets field is really beautiful here tonight. Grass as green as it can be. Well patched. Perfect shape. Two-strike pitch. Line foul into the stands, and that's the second time that Boswell has got perfect wood in the ball, but he has pulled the ball foul down in the right field corner. So the count remains at 2 strikes. Johnny McCarthy is the groundskeeper here at Shea Stadium. He's been here all the time. Also at the Bowler Grounds. He does an excellent job. Again, the 2-strike pitch by Vance, and this one bounces about 5 feet in front of home plate. Curveball missing. It's 1-2. Sandy Vance throws a lot of change-ups and throws the change off his curve and also off the fastball. And the young rookie with a record of 1-1 back into the windup. He has long arm. And the change curve is again in the dirt. It's 2-2. Well, it's going to be Tom Seaver going for his 16th consecutive victory. He won his last 10 National League decisions last year and his first 5 this year. And the curveballer for the Dodgers, Don Sutton, will be his opposition. Tom with a record of 3-3 this year. He's been bothered with a tight arm. Game time will be at 8:05. 2-2 pitch hit in the air to shallow right. Andy Costco coming in. The center fielder, Vaughn Joshua, coming over, and he makes the catch about 60 feet back of the second base position. So now 2 men away, and it brings up Joe Foy, who has a base hit. Gillette Platinum Plus has the platinum alloy edge that makes shaving smoother, closer, more comfortable than any blade in history. Gillette Platinum Plus, for the shave you've always wanted, and more. Foy on a hit-and-run play just bounced the slowly hit ball through the vacated spot of the second baseman his first time up to pick up his base hit. Now he takes high a ball on the play. Don Clendenin went to third, but then Duffy Dyer walked and Nolan Ryan struck out. The Mets left 3 on in the second. And the next pitch, it calls strike. It's 1-1. In the third, a leadoff double by Tommy Agee to extend his hitting streak to 16 games. Saw the Mets threaten, but they could not score as Harrelson, Jones, and Shamsky fired out. So the Mets have had 2 runners in scoring position that have not scored. Next pitch, a fastball swung on a miss to the count 1-2. Dodgers got a runner to third in the first inning on a double by Maury Wills and a ground out. He was left there when Costco hit out to third. Foy threw him out. A good play. 1-2 pitch, hit in the air. The second baseman going back. And now the right fielder, Costco, running him off, and Andy makes the catch as he loses his cap, and the side is retired on fly balls to the left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder. And the score at the end of 4, the Dodgers nothing, the Mets nothing.
Well, Mets fans, we're into another season, and we hope a really great one for your ball club. Friendly Freddie is also going into another season of car washing, a really great one for his club. Friendly Freddie's is the only fully automatic car wash in Saratoga Springs. Their motto is, nothing for you to do but sit back and relax. Friendly Freddie's Car Wash offers you the quickest and most convenient car washing service in Saratoga. They're located on High Rock Avenue, 1 block off Lake Avenue. At Friendly Freddie's, they have a facility for everyone. A coin-operated wash for the do-it-yourselfers, the most up-to-date vacuum cleaners, and, of course, the automatic car wash. You just drive in, stay in your automobile, and before you know it, your car is coming out cleaned and, if you like, waxed. All this service for only $1.25. Waxed is 50 cents extra. Believe me, Mets fans, this is a bargain with today's inflated prices. Come on in and give them a try.
Down the top of the 5th, Ted Sizemore is up for the Dodgers. Nolan Ryan's pitch breaks low for ball 1 into the dirt. Sizemore's a right-hand batter. He's been up one time and he popped out to shortstop. Through 4 innings of play here tonight, the Dodgers no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Mets no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Sandy Vance and Nolan Ryan. Curveball, it's high. Ryan's gone behind 2-0 on 2 curveballs. Sandy Vance moves out on deck wearing the jacket here at Shea Stadium tonight. pitch, and it is in there for a called strike. 2-1. Duffy Dyer sends out the sign. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Sizemore backs out of the box now as umpire Tony Vincent comes around to brush off the plate. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Foul back and out of play. Was off the fastball. So the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan has struck out 4 and walked 3 here tonight. Came into the game with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped out into short right. Digging back there is Boswell. Clendenin. Clendenin makes the catch in short right field. So there's one away, and Sandy Vance is coming up. He's been up one time, and he was called out on strike. Maury Wills had a double in the first inning. Ron Joshua had a single in the third inning. Those are the Dodger hits to this point. Ryan's pitch as low for a ball. Ron Joshua is now on deck. Ryan's 1-0 delivery. Swung on and foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 1-2. This is the first game of an 8-game homestand for the Mets. Pitch is inside low. It's 2-2. Norm Miller has hit a home run for the Houston Astros in the bottom of the third. So at the end of 3 innings of play, Houston 2 and the Chicago Cubs nothing. There's a swing and a drive back to Ryan off his glove over toward first. He plays on, and it's off the glove of Clendenin. Rolling on down toward the tarp and holding it first is Von Joshua. An error is charged against Nolan Ryan on the throw by the official scorer. As that shot came back to the mound, it was knocked down by Ryan, who simply got his glove up protecting himself. It rolled over toward the first base line, and Ryan pounced on it and threw on to first, but it was on up the line off the glove of Clendenin, and so it is an error charged against Nolan Ryan. It comes with 1 man out, and Von Joshua is up. He's 1 for 2. Ryan sets up off the stretch, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball, down low, dug out by Duffy Dyer. Started him off with a curveball. At the end of 4 innings, the Philadelphia Phillies are leading the San Diego Padres down at Connie Mack Stadium by a score of 7-4. Al Santorini started for the Padres. Danny Coombs relieved him in the first inning. Grant Jackson started for the Phillies, and Barry Lersch relieved him in the fourth. Here's a swing and a base hit in the center field. Tommy Agee comes up with it, plays it back. Vance holds at second. Joshua's on at first with his second base hit in this ballgame. The Dodgers have only 3 hits off Ryan, and Von Joshua has 2 of them. Maury Wills will be the batter. He has doubled and popped to short. There is no score in this game as yet. Down in Philadelphia, Larry Heisel, Mike Compton have had Philadelphia home runs, and Steve Hunt has had a Padre home run. Hunt, that's his 3rd. Pitch to Will, swung on, foul back, strike 1. In the middle of the 6th inning, the Cincinnati Reds are leading the St. Louis Cardinals 2-1. Richie Allen and Bobby Tolan have had the home runs. Allen for the Cardinals, Tolan for Cincinnati. That's Steve Crawford going against Wayne Simpson. Dodger runners lead at first and second. The pitch, high and tight, cross the letters, throw him back. It's 1-1. In the middle of the third inning, the Giants are leading the Montreal Expos 1-0. Rich Robertson against Bill Stoneman. And at the end of 3, Houston 2 and the Chicago Cubs 0. Breaking pitch it on the ground, foul back of first. Barely foul back of first. On down the right field line. It's out of play. Runners will return. The American League, the New York Yankees are at Oakland tonight against the A's in a latest start. Down in Baltimore at the end of 4 innings, it's the Orioles 4 and the Kansas City Royals 2. Tom Phoebus for Baltimore. Dick Drago started for Kansas City. Wally Bunker in the 4th inning. Elrod Hendricks and Darren Johnson have had Baltimore home runs. In the middle of the first inning, the Minnesota Twins 2, Detroit coming to bat. Luis Tiant, who has won 4 and lost none, going for Minnesota. Mickey Lolich, who has won 4 and lost 2, going for Detroit. Tony Oliva homered for Minnesota in the first with 1 on. That's the 4th homer for Oliva this year. This will be a 1-2 pitch now to Maury Wills. It's high, 2-2. The end of an inning, Cleveland 0, Chicago White Sox 0. Dean Chance against Tommy John. The end of an inning, the Boston Red Sox 0, the Milwaukee Brewers 0. Sonny Siebert against Gene Brabender. Washington at California against the Angels in a later start. Pitch to Wills, foul back, out of play. 2-2. Sandy Vance is the runner at first, a runner at second, and Von Joshua is the runner at first. Wind is just rippling the flag out toward right. Ryan has the sign. 2-2 pitch. It's high. Count goes full at 3-2 now to Maury Wills. Bill Sudeikis, the catcher, is on deck. One man out, and the Dodgers are batting in the top of the 5th. Dodgers 0, Mets 0. Runners lead. Here's the payoff pitch. It's high. Walked him. The bases are loaded. That's the 4th walk issued by Nolan Ryan. So now, with 1 man out, the Dodgers have loaded him up here in the 5th, and their number 3 man in the order, Bill Sudeikis, is coming up. He has grounded out short to first and walked so far. He's a switch hitter. He's batting left here tonight against Nolan Ryan. He has a season's average of .212. He's had 2 runs batted in. Sudeikis is followed in the order by Andy Costco. Ryan is back on the grass of the infield, back of the mound. Now he's coming up to take a sign. Vance at third, Joshua at second, Wills at first. Ryan works straight away with 1 man out. And it's in there for a called strike. Since Ryan had walked Maury Wills, Sudeikis took the first pitch. The delivery is high and away. That's way outside. Duffy Dower had to reach out there with a thrust of the glove to haul that one in. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball. It's in there for a called strike. He rolled that one off the tabletop. It's 1-2 now to Sudeikis. Ryan getting the good curveball into the strike zone. This will be a 1-2 offering. It's on the way. Swung on and fouled off. Sudeikis just got a little wood on it to stay alive. The hits are all even in this game at 3 each. Ryan again walking around the infield grass, rubbing up the new ball, trying to get by Bill Sudeikis. He peers in, pulls at the bill of the cap, ready to work. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul back. So the count continues, 1-2. Dodger runners lead at first, second, and third. Harrelson and Boswell at double played up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung and hit on the ground up the middle. Harrelson has it. He goes to the bag for one, throws to first, and it's a double play. And Clendenin had to dig out the short hop. And Jim Gilliam, the coach at first, is arguing the call with umpire Frank Sicori. Here comes Walter Austin out to argue the call as well. It is the Dodger contention that Clendenin came off the bag to pull out Harrelson's throw, which was taken on a short hop up the line. Nonetheless, it is an inning-ending double play, and the side is retired. The double play goes Harrelson to Clendenin. Harrelson went over behind the bag at second. Had to scamper over and touch the bag himself and throw as he did in order to get Sudeikis at first base. So the side is retired with no runs on a hit and error and 2 men left. In the middle of the 5th inning, the score is the Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing.
Hey, Bill, did you get rid of that clunker yet? You mean my wife? No, your car.
No, it's running great now. I can hardly believe it.
Man, the last time you were in here, all you did was moan about how bad the motor was missing and the noise.
Well, yeah, I know, but I put some new stuff in the gas tank. Got it down at the station. And wow, it's like someone put a supercharger on it or something.
No kidding.
Yeah, really. Could feel the difference right away.
What was it, TNT?
No, STP.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill. I thought you said you put it in the gasoline. Now, STP is for the oil.
Nah, you're thinking of STP oil treatment. This is something different. STP gasoline treatment. It's like a complete motor tune-up.
STP gas treatment, huh?
And you know the best part, Charlie? I was thinking of selling that car, and I fixed it fine for only 65 cents.
STP gas treatment adds fire to your fuel.
For only 65 cents.
Now it's back to New York Mets baseball from Shea Stadium. No score as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning.
You're in tune with WYZR-FM.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Ralph Conner and Bob Murphy at Shea Stadium in New York. And Duffy Dyer is coming up for the Mets in the bottom of the 5th to face Sandy Vance. As the Mets got out of a hole in the top of the 5th on a double play from Bud Harrelson to Don Clendenin. By the way, the Atlanta Braves are leading the Pittsburgh Pirates now by a score of 11-0. Here's the pitch to Dyer, and it's high for a ball. Cleve Boyer hit a 3-run homer to make it Atlanta 11. The Pirates nothing. They're playing in Atlanta tonight. Here's a swing and a drive up the alley in left center. And it is cut off by left fielder Willie Crawford. It'll hold him to a single, and Duffy Dyer has led off here with a base hit, and that'll bring Nolan Ryan up in a sacrifice situation here in the bottom of the 5th. Ryan's been up one time. He was called out on strike. There is no score in this ball game. The Mets are batting at the bottom of the 5th. Keep in mind that the Mets and Dodgers played 2 1-0 games on the recent stand in Los Angeles. First one went 15 innings, and the Dodgers won it 1-0. And the next night they won again 1-0, beating Nolan Ryan that time on a 2-hitter. Then the Mets won the getaway game by a score of 3-1. Right here, no score. Runner at first. The pitch to Nolan Ryan. He squares. The bunt is up the first baseline. Parker's throw to second. Taken there by Wills. The throw to first. Not in time, and Ryan beats the relay. Second baseman Ted Sizemore took the throw at first. The force on the bunt was 3-6. Parker came way in from his post at third. There was a strong bunt off the bat of Ryan, so attempting to sacrifice, he put it into a fourth play. Tommy Agee's up. Struck out in the first inning and doubled in the third. Yogi Berra putting a jacket on Nolan Ryan down there at first. Agee doubled off the wall in right in the bottom of the 3rd inning. with a leadoff double, and he died right there as the Mets followed with 3 successive fly balls to the outfield. Sandy Vance again off the stretch. And here's the pitch to Agee. Swung on and a kind to the left for a base hit. Ryan moves to second. Willie Crawford's up with the ball. He plays it back. Agee has 2 base hits. The double he had in the third was the 16th consecutive game in which he's hit safely. Now Bud Harrelson's coming up with runners at first and second. Harrelson has flied to right and flied to center. There's action down in the Dodger bullpen now. Double barrel action. Harrelson, a switch hitter, is batting left. Let-up pitch, and it's low. Sandy Vance starts him off with a change. Ray Lamb and Fred Norman are throwing in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Ray Lamb and Fred Norman. This will be a 1-0 pitch to Harrelson. Low and inside. It's 2-0. Catcher Bill Sudeikis calls time and goes to the mound. Cleon Jones is waiting on deck. Now Sudeikis comes back. The Mets trying to get a run here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. In a game that is scoreless to this point. Off the stretch. Vance with a 2-0 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, and it's a foul ball back to first. Hammered down the line and right, but a foul ball. Agee didn't know that, and Agee's raced all the way around third before he finally saw a sign to hold up. Wes Parker came over to flag at that ball. It wasn't fouled by much. Yogi Berra, just in conversation with Frank Secori, the umpire who made the call. Agee now has to cut across kind of right. He was really digging. So the count is 2 balls and a strike to Harrelson. Ryan at first base, at second base, and Agee at first base. This pitch breaks high. So now Vance has gone behind, 3-1. Sets up. 3-1 pitch to Harrelson. Swung on and pops up to the infield. At second base, Ted Sizemore is calling. He's behind the bag. Takes the catch. Infield fly was called. No advance. Runners holding first and second. So it'll be up to Cleon Jones. Jones has been up twice. He grounded out short to first and pops out to right. Batting average is down to 195 now. He's in and waiting. Sizemore made a move to the bag. Ryan moved back, no throw. Pitch swung on and hit deep to left center, way back there, up the bat of Jones, and Joshua is at the wall and makes the catch. Von Joshua went across the warning track and up against the wall, made the catch. So the side is out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left. The end of 5 innings of play. The score is Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing.
Globe Supply, downtown Saratoga, is the place to go for all your gift needs as well as hundreds of other items. Be sure to see the selection of GE appliances, including toasters, toaster irons, blenders, mixers, and beauty care items. Globe also carries Corningware, electric clocks, and Sony radios. For your weekend picnic or vacation needs, shop Globe Supply, where you'll find barbecue grills, wiener roasters, thermos bottles and jugs, styrofoam ice chests, and many other items. Globe Supply is open daily from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday night until 9 p.m.
John Hancock Life Insurance Company has a policy that will guarantee your family the money necessary to pay off your mortgage in full if something should happen to you. And if you pay off the mortgage, your mortgage cancellation plan can be designed to automatically create a permanent addition to your specific needs. Call Ben Yanklowitz, 783-5571, or write to Ben Yank, Box J, Latham, New York.
The ground crew has been out to drag the infield after 5 innings of play. Nolan Ryan, who was on base at the end of the inning, a little late getting out there now to take his warm-up pitches. Through 5 innings of play, the Dodgers, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Mets, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. So the Mets and Dodgers are resuming in the same manner of the series they played to open the last road trip in Los Angeles. Mets and Dodgers here again tomorrow night and again on Thursday night. Willie Mays and the Giants are here on Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon. The Montreal Expos are here Monday night and Tuesday afternoon, and then the Mets go on the road to Chicago, Philadelphia, and Montreal. Andy Costco is up here in the top of the 6th for the Dodgers. He's grounded out and popped out so far. Nolan Ryan with a pitch. Curveball, misses high and tight. Ball 1. Ryan has struck out 4 and he's walked 4 here tonight. Curveball hit on the ground deep and short. Harrison has it, throws long across the diamond, and it's a base hit. As Clendenon had to leave the bag to go up the line to take the throw. Harrison went to the rim of the outfield grass and in one motion came up throwing. And it was amazing that he could get enough on it, really, to get it over there on the fly. Clendenon stayed anchored to the bag long as he could and then had to leave the bag to go up the line to take the throw. So it's a base hit for Costco. The 4th hit for the Dodgers off Nolan Ryan. Wes Parker, switch hitter batting left, has walked and grounded out so far. Ryan sets and deals. It's fouled off to the left side, and it is strike 1. Willie Crawford's next in the order for the Dodgers. Ryan off the stretch, steps off. Takes off his cap now. Settles himself back up on the mound, gets the sign, off the stretch, here's the pitch. It is bunted with a runner going. It's fouled off, out of play. So it's a 1-1 count. Costco moving off on the pitch, and Wes Parker bunted the ball foul. Dodgers nothing, Mets nothing. Top of the 6th inning. Clendenon's holding against the runner at first. Here's a pitch, a little tight. It's 2-1 to Parker. Pitch. Foul off to the left side, out of play. Lined up into the lower field boxes. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wes Parker. Costco leads. Here's the pitch. Breaks low and inside. It's 2-2. throw to first, but not in time to get a very fast Wes Parker. Don Clendenin gave it the big stretch, but just not in time to get Parker, who gets down that line in a hurry. Play went 4 to Boswell on Costco. Willie Crawford's coming up with one away. Crawford has struck out and walked so far. Pitch is swung on. It's a broken bat loop out into left center field for a base hit, and Parker on second on his way to third. Agee overruns the ball. Jones picks it up, throw to second. Safe at second is Crawford. Runners at second and third. It's a double for Crawford. The bat splintered up the handle, blooped out into left center, and aware that Parker had great speed, Agee charged the ball, trying to come up with it in a hurry, overran it. He was backed up by Jones. But Crawford, by that time, who also had great speed, had managed to slide in at second. So Ryan again has his work cut out. There are runners at second and third. One man out, and Billy Grabarkowitz is coming up. He's been up twice and struck out both times. That is base hit number 5 for the Dodgers. The hits are all even in this game at 5 each. This time the Mets bring the infield in. Ryan works straight away. Pitch is swung on and missed. The fastball for strike 1. Ted Sizemore is on deck. Parker's at third, and Crawford is at second base. There is no score. Nolan Ryan's pitch. Taken high as Grabarkowitz started to swing and laid off. It's 1-1. Dodgers are batting in the top of the 6th. 1-1 delivery. Swung on and tipped back into the glove of Duffy Dyer for strike 2. So now it's gone to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan has struck out 4. He's walked 4. 1-2 delivery. Swung on and fouled on the left field line, out of play. Barkowitz got a run on that one. Mets set up with the infield end. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And tight. And on his knees is Grabarkowitz. He threw away the gun and got out of the way of that one. Down goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dodger runners lead second and third. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on it in the air to right, and it's going to be a base hit. And Jansky goes over to cut it off. It has scored 2 runs. Grabarkowitz goes to second, slides in, although there's no play on him there. A double and 2 runs batted in, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. Grabarkowitz drilled that one to right. Jansky had to range way back to keep it from going between. Ted Sizemore is coming up. Still only 1 man out. Grabarkowitz at second. Sizemore, the number 8 man in the batting order. Ryan's pitch. Inside for a ball. Sizemore's been up twice, popped up twice. on the ground. Back to the mound. Second by Ryan. He goes to first to Clendenon in time. Grabarkowitz holds at second. Two away, and Sandy Vance starts up. Now he is going back toward the dugout. And we're going to get Willie Davis, I believe. Willie Davis will bat for Sandy Vance. With Fred Norman throwing in the bullpen. Davis is hitting 190. He has 6 runs batted in. Vance worked 5 innings. No runs, 5 hits, struck out 2, walked 1. He is the pitcher of record on the long side of a 2-0 score. There's a swing at a high foul ball. It's out of play behind the plate. Strike 1 to Willie Davis. And out of play. Last year, late in the season, Willie Davis hit in 31 consecutive games for an all-time Dodger record and the 3rd best National League streak ever. He hit .311 last year. Pitch high and away at the curveball. It's 1-2. The Mets' Leon Jones, who hit .340 last year, Willie Davis has been unable to get into any sort of stride, any sort of rhythm at the plate this year. This will be a 1-2 pitch. It's high off the glove of Dyer. Comes on back and moving to third as Grabarkowitz on the wild pitch. So the count is 2-2 to Willie Davis. Grabarkowitz is at third. There are 2 men out, and the Dodgers are leading 2-0. Now Davis settles himself back into the batter's box. Into the motion, 2-2 pitch, swung on and pops up foul to the left side into the seat and out of play. The total attendance for this ball game here tonight, the first of 3 against the Dodgers, is 25,162. The paid attendance is 24,321. 24,321 paid at Shea Stadium tonight. This will be a 2-2 pitch to Willie Davis. Nolan Ryan delivers high and away, so it's out full at 3-2. Von Joshua is on deck. It'll be Ryan with a payoff pitch to Willie Davis now. He takes the sign. The pitch is on the way. Fouled it off. Now it holds at 3-2. Thing about Willie Davis, late last year when he was in the midst of that 31-game hitting streak, he thought that he had it all worked out. He thought he had it all solved, the secret of how to hit 300 in the major league. And he did it last year. Here's a payoff pitch. Swung on and ripped deep to right field. Chansky goes back, makes the catch in the warning track. Way back in right. Davis hit that one solidly. So the side is retired. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, batters and one left. In the middle of the sixth inning, the score is the Dodgers 2, the Mets nothing.
The finest in Italian cuisine and a wide array of steaks, chops, and seafood await your dining pleasure at Mangino's Restaurant, located on the south end of Saratoga Lake. But there's a big difference between just ordinary Italian or American cuisine and Mangino's fine foods. At Mangino's, your order is never prepared hours before. Mangino's realize that good food cannot be hurried, and they ask you to give them a little time to prepare it properly. All dishes are prepared to your order when your order is placed, never before, and it hasn't been simmering away for hours or minutes. And that's the big difference at Mangino's. Why not enjoy eating Italian food the way it should be savored and dine at Mangino's Restaurant, located on the south end of Saratoga Lake on Route 9P, just 2 miles from Route 9. A complete line of Italian specialties are served to tempt the palate, and their steaks and chops and seafood are equally as delightful. Mangino's Restaurant, the home of truly fine foods, Route 9P, the south end of Saratoga Lake.
Left-hander Fred Norman comes in to do the pitching now for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Norman has no won or loss record. He has an earned run average of 5.62. This is his 6th game appearance. He's pitched a total of 8 innings in which he's given up 7 runs on 6 hits. He has walked 4 and he has struck out 11. He's allowed 1 home run. He's been credited with no save. Manager Walter Austin of the Dodgers reported that Sandy Vance is having his shoulders stiffen up, which is why he moved in the ball game. Also, Ray Lamb, who was warming up down there in the bullpen, reported that his arm was getting stiffen up a little as he warmed up. Last time out, Fred Norman worked 2 innings against Montreal in Los Angeles, gave up 1 run on 2 hits. That was on May 1st. He worked against the Mets for 2 innings in the 3-1 victory by the Mets a week ago Sunday, in which he allowed no runs and 1 hit. And Norman struck out 4 in that ball game in the 2 innings that he worked. So the Mets trail by 2 as they bring up Art Shamsky here in the bottom of the 6th. He's 1 for 2 here tonight. Pitch is high and tight for a ball. Waiting on deck, Don Clendenin. The 1-0 delivery. Again, high and tight at the shoulder, and it's 2-0. Left-hander Fred Norman with the pitch. In there for a called strike. 2-1. Mets and the Dodgers starting the night with identical 1-loss records. Each has won 12, each has lost 11. 2-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Tom Seaver for the Mets against Don Sutton of the Dodgers. Now Norman's 2-2 offer. Low, and it comes on by all the way back. Count is out full at 3-2. And throwing now in the bullpen. Jim Brewer, Ray Lamb for the Dodgers. There's a swing and a miss. Shamsky has struck out. First strikeout for Norman. And Don Clendenin's coming up. Hit into a force play and line to left. He hit the ball hard twice. Nothing statistically to show for it. Mets have had 5 hits. Pitch to Clendenin. Breaks in for a called strike. The Mets threatened in the third when Tommy Agee had a leadoff double, but he died there. They threatened seriously in the fifth when they had 2 men on base with 1 man out. To the swing and a miss. As Clendenin chased one low and away, so it's 0-2. Norman walks down to the infield grass back of the mound to rub up the ball. Dodgers 2, the Mets nothing. Breaks low, and it's 1-2 now. Ken Boswell next in the Met batting order. Here's the pitch. Foul back, out of play. Count continues at 1-2. Dodgers lost their first 5 games this year. Got off 0-5. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul back. It's out of play, and the count continues 1-2. Crowd reaction to a catch up in the stand. Admiration for the skills of a fellow fan. 1-2 delivery. Swung on and pops up. The left side of the plate. Catcher Bill Sudeikis is waiting, and he makes the catch. Sure we pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
You're listening to New York Mets Baseball on WKAJ-FM 102.3 in Saratoga Springs, New York, the home of the New York Mets.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner at Shea Stadium. The Dodgers are leading the Mets 2-0. Mets are batting in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 men out, nobody on base, and Ken Boswell up. He's been up twice and flied to center both times. Fred Norman's pitch in there for a called strike. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. You may recall that the Phillies got 7 runs in the bottom half of the first inning tonight to go ahead of San Diego 7-0. Well, that game is now in the bottom of the 7th, and it's the Phils 7 and San Diego 6. Giants are leading Montreal 1-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Curveball, and it is in there for a call, strike 3. Picked up by Sudeikis, who tags Boswell as he's standing there, so Norman got 2 strikeouts. Retired the side in order, no runs, no hits, none left. The end of 6 full innings of play. The score is the Dodgers 2 and the Mets nothing.
This is the delicious ballad of Big Mac. When McDonald gave the news one beautiful morn, every hamburger fan had a thrill. That a new kind of hamburger's about to be born. Will it be a boy or a grill? Well, it was Big Mac, Big Mac. He was born full grown, double delicious, triple decker, and 100% beef. That's a fact. Big Mac. Well, they said he was a sandwich, but take it from me, even though he's a real good deal. He's only disguised as a sandwich, can't you see? He's really a a man-sized meal, 'cause it was Big Mac, Big Mac. So head out for McDonald's and put your arms around that monumental, delicious Big Mac.
In the seventh inning here at Shea Stadium, the Dodgers' rookie center fielder, Vance Joshua. Left-hand batter facing Nolan Ryan. Joshua has 2 for 3. And a curveball is low, ball 1. Vance Joshua working his way up through the Dodger farm system. Last year played at Spokane in the Pacific Coast League. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. In September of last year, the Dodgers rewarded Joshua for a fine minor league season by bringing him up and playing him in 14 ball games. And Walter Alston's appraisal of Joshua, he looks like he can do it all. The 1-1 delivery, fastball high, 2-1. Nolan Ryan has walked 4 and struck out 5. Now Ryan with his sign from Duffy Dyer, the 2-1 delivery, way inside. It's in the dirt. And the count goes to 3-1. This is the first time in 4 starts that Ryan has not been razor sharp. Tonight he has been hit rather hard and has had his problems. Now Vance Joshua. The count of 3-1, cocks the batters. The pitch by Ryan way inside, ball 4. And Joshua, a very fast man, goes down to first base. Walk number 5 by Nolan Ryan. And we're going to get warm-up action now in the Mets bullpen for the first time. Ron Taylor is going to start loosening up. Maury Wills stepping in now for the Dodgers. Wills has doubled to left, popped to short, and drawn a walk. They guard against the bunt. A throw to first by Ryan, not in time. Joshua has speed. He likes to steal. He stole 34 bases in the Pacific Coast League last year. Here's the pitch on the way. Bunted, and it is a fair ball picked up by Foy. The play is to first base, not in time. Boswell was slow getting over there to cover. Foy started to throw, and then he held on to it when he realized Foy had not gotten to the bag. A fielding lapse on the part of the New York Mets that will be scored a base hit. A bunt single for Maury Wills. He bunted the ball down the third base line. Now runners on first and second, nobody out, and Bill Sudeikis coming up. And Nolan Ryan is in quite a jam. He now will be pitching to the number 3 hitter. The cleanup batter Costco on deck, and then number 5 hitter Parker. Now let's see how Walter Alston plays it. Will he have his number 3 hitter bunting to move the runners to second and third? We'll know in a moment. Here's the pitch. He's around to bunt, and he takes the fastball low, ball 1. Ron Taylor getting ready in the New York bullpen. Don Clendenin playing almost halfway into home plate. And now Clendenin starts to walk over toward the mound and does to say something to Nolan Ryan. Clendenin keeping his eye on Gil Hodges in the dugout. Now the pitch. Full swing. Out infield pop-up. Bud Harrelson on the skin part of the diamond, near second is under it. And he has it for the out. So the Dodgers took the sacrifice off. Sudeikis swung away and popped up. Andy Costco reached on an infield hit to deep short in the 6th inning, 1 for 3. The Dodgers 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. New York no runs, 5 hits and 1 error. Now the Mets have the infield looking for the double play. The outfield straightaway against right-hand batter Andy Costco. Pitch by Nolan Ryan, curve low outside. Duffy Dyer has to get it out of the dirt. The Dodger series, 3-night game. Tomorrow night is Tom Seaver trying for his 6th. His opponent, Don Sutton, 3-3. And the pitch by Noli. A swing and a miss. He tried to hold up. He had gone too far on the high hard one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The game was scoreless, 5 innings. The Dodgers broke through in the 6th inning, with Billy Grabarkowitz doubling to right center to drive home Parker and Crawford. The 1-1 delivery. There goes the runner to third base. Ground ball to shortstop. Bobbled by Harrelson. Thrown to first. Out at first. Runners on second and third. Joshua was trying to steal third. He was running on his own. Costco got a pitch he wanted to hit and grounded to shortstop. Harrelson bobbled it just for a moment. Lost the chance for the double play. He then threw across to get Costco. Runners on second and third, 2 men away. The hitter is Wes Parker. Parker has drawn a walk, bounced out to second, and reached on a force play. He scored the Dodgers' first run of the night, crossing over the plate after the double by Billy Grabarkowitz. The pitch by Nolan Ryan. A strike on the inside corner. The Mets pitching this year has certainly been superb. In comes the pitch by Nolan. Lined hard down the left field line. Fair ball, a base hit going into the corner. 2 runs will score, and Parker will go into second base with a double. Parker, batting left-handed, hit the ball hard over to third, down the left field line, and into the corner. Driving home Von Joshua and Maury Wills. And the Dodgers lead 4-0. So doubles by Grabarkowitz and Parker have driven the 4 Dodger runs in. They now have 4 runs on 8 hits off Nolan Ryan, and the batter is Willie Crawford. Crawford doubled to left center his last time up, 1 for 2 and a walk. Left-hand hitter. And the pitch is in at the knees for a call strike. Ryan was in position to work his way out of the jam after getting Sudeikis and Costco, but Parker crossed him up. High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The bunt play by Maury Wills, a critical play in the inning. The 1-1 delivery, fouled behind third, over into the crowd. Now 1-2 on left fielder Willie Crawford. Crawford, 23 years old. He has size, speed, and power. He pops this one up in foul ground over toward the Dodger dugout. Foy, coming over on the warning track, is under it, makes the catch. That retires the side, but the Dodgers get 2 runs. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 7th inning stretch time, and in the middle of the 7th inning, the Los Angeles Dodgers 4 and the New York Mets nothing. You know, the 9th annual Old Timers event this summer will be held on Saturday night, July 11th. And the theme, the Old Timers game, will be dedicated to that youngest old timer of them all, the old Professor Casey Stengel, as we celebrate his approaching 80th birthday. What a list of baseball greats are going to be here. Old-timers like Rube Marquard, Frankie Frisch, Davy Bancroft, George High Pocket Skelly. And from Casey's days when he managed in Brooklyn, Al Lopez, Tony Cuccinello, and Van Lingle Mundy. And representing his 10 New York Yankee champions, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, Whitey Ford, and Yogi Berra. Remember the original Mets of 1962? Well, back to join with Casey, Gil Hodges, Richie Ashburn, Al Jackson, Jay Hook, and Frank Thomas. And special invitations have gone out to those who played against Casey's teams in the World Series, like Roy Campanella, Carl Erskine, Eddie Stanky, Bobby Thompson, Carl Ferrillo, Don Drysdale, and Sandy Koufax. July 11th, Shea Old Timers Night. Andy Costco comes out of the game. Willie Crawford moves to right field, and Manny Mota is now playing left field. That's 4 runs behind now as they face the left-hander, Fred Norman, in the last half of the 7th inning. Norman delivers a fastball off the outside corner. He is not overpowering. Relies on good breaking pitches and good command of his pitches. The Mets remember him from previous days with Chicago. Now, check swing by Joe Foy, and it's over. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ron Taylor stays busy in the bullpen. The bottom third of the order is up for New York here in the last half of the 7th. Duffy Dyer is on deck. Norman's delivery, a check swing, and again, it's outside. The count goes 2 balls and a strike. Last year, the Mets did very well against the Dodgers, winning the season series 8-4. This year, at the moment, the Dodgers have an edge of 2-1, and they are leading in this game 4-0. And a breaking ball that's swung and missed. It's 2-2. Last year, it was quite a year against the West Coast clubs for Gil Hodges' team. They beat the Giants 8 out of 12, the Dodgers 8 out of 12, and the Padres 11 out of 12. The 2-2 delivery in the dirt out in front of home plate, 3-2. But this is another year, and the West Coast entries to this point certainly have been more rugged. Three and 2 to Joe Foy. Joe has singled to right and flied to right, 1 for 2. Fred Norman's 3-2 delivery. Outside, ball 4. He missed with his screwball. Now Duffy Dyer coming up. Duffy has reached on a walk and singled hard to left center field, 1 for 1. Dyer hitting .256. Duffy has certainly done an excellent job filling in the absence of Jerry Grody. Dyer caught every inning of every game on the 10-game trip to California. Jerry Grody is back in uniform and working out and feeling much stronger and much better. Left-hander Norman delivers. Inside and low, ball 1. Last year, the Mets carried 3 catchers all season long. This year, they are operating with 2, and so when Grody went to the sideline with a kidney infection, it left all the work up to Duffy Dyer. Ron Swoboda has come out on deck. And a fastball at the letters, 1 ball and 1 strike. Dyer asking umpire Tony Vincent about the location of the pitch. Dodgers lead 4-0. We are in the 7th. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's inside and low. A nice save on the part of the catcher, Bill Sudeikis. And it's 2 balls and a strike now to Duffy Dyer. That's had scoring opportunities, particularly in the 2nd and 5th innings. The count 2-1 on Dyer. The pitch by Norman. Swing and a miss. He went after a breaking pitch. Now it is 2-2. In the 5th inning with 2 men on and 2 men out, Cleon Jones got a hold of one. But Von Joshua caught the ball against the fence in deep left center field. Pitching 2-2. Ground ball foul. Wicked ground smash. Just foul beyond the third base bag. Dyer a little bit too far out in front. Ball was hit so hard that even though Grabarkowitz is playing him close to the line, he would not have been able to get to it. Ron Taylor stays ready in the bullpen. Ron Swoboda is out on deck. He's going to bat for Nolan Ryan. Fred Norman, the left-hander, delivers 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Norman's third strikeout. Now Ron Swoboda. Ron hitting .250 on the year. Fred Norman wants to talk with Maury Wills and Ted Sizemore about pitching to Ron Swoboda. Mets will have a new pitcher in the game in the 8th inning. Down comes the pitch by Norman. Outside and high, ball one. Well, the crowd here at Shea coming alive now, encouraging the Mets to try and get it working. Pitch to Ron Swoboda. This is a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery. It's high. It goes to 2-1. In 1966 and 1967, Fred Norman appeared briefly with the Chicago Cubs. Now the left-hander working off the stretch delivers. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Norman, 28-year-old left-hander. He has been around. He's been in pro ball for 10 years. He's stocky, 5'8", about 165 pounds. Pitching 3-1. Call strike on the outside corner. Ron was taking all the way. Mets trailing by 4. Need to get some traffic on the baseline. Now it's 3-2. Joe Foy coaxed the walk leading off here in the last of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Swoboda strikes out of the fastball. That's the 4th strikeout by Fred Norman. He looked very good against the Mets in relief at Dodger Stadium. He relieved in the game won by Tom Seaver 3-1. Worked 2 innings, allowed no runs and 1 hit. 2 hits and 3 times up tonight. Tommy has doubled and singled. Tommy's batting average up to 253 now. And an off-speed pitch is over. He really throttled back. And the count strike 1 to Tommy Agee. Now Fred Norman makes the 1-2 stop and the pitch on the way. A swing and a miss at a curveball. And the count is strike 2. Norman has the hitters off stride with those breaking pitches. Dodgers 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. New York 0-5-1. High, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Agee. It's all over in Cincinnati. The Reds have now won 7 straight. They turned back the Cardinals 5-1 on a 3-hitter by rookie Wayne Simpson. Simpson now has won 5 and lost only 1. Outside and high, it's 2-2. Cincinnati Reds have now won 21 of their first 27 ball games. And they are flying high in the National League's Western Division. Bobby Tolan and Lee May each hit home runs in the Cincinnati victory. And for each, it was number 6. 2-2 delivery. High fly ball at the center field. Von Joshua just standing there waiting. And he puts it away for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 7 innings at Shea Stadium, the Los Angeles Dodgers 4, the New York Mets nothing.
I am going on a long journey. I will be following the train through field and valley. I'll be searching for the natural thing. I'm going to wander down this old mountain. I am wishing for my wings. It is high time that I was searching for the natural thing.
At Rheingold, we brew beer with the natural things. Natural Rheingold.
It is high time that I was searching for the natural thing.
Rheingold Breweries Incorporated, New York, New York, and Orange, New Jersey, ask you to help keep America beautiful.
It's the 8th inning at Shea Stadium with the Dodgers in front 4-0. Ron Taylor is now pitching for the Mets. And Ray Sadecki starts warming up in the bullpen. Nolan Ryan pitched 7 innings, allowed 4 runs, 8 hits, walked 5, and struck out 5. This was the first time in 4 starts that Ryan has not been at his blazing best. For the Dodgers, they will have the bottom part of the order coming up in the 8th inning. Willie Grabarkowitz, the third baseman, is the Dodgers' leading hitter. And his double to right center field in the 6th inning drove home Wes Parker and Willie Crawford with the first 2 runs of the game. Grabarkowitz and Parker came into the game tied for the RBI lead on the Dodger club, and each has knocked 2 runs in tonight. So they both now have 15 RBIs. Grabarkowitz, short, stocky, right-hand batter. He's quite a competitor. Ron Taylor winding, and the pitch to the right-hand batter way inside ball 1. He was bluffing at a bunt, and that pitch crowded him, and he had to wiggle out of there in a hurry. For Ron Taylor, his 10th appearance of the year. And the pitch on the way. On the outside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Ron has 3 saves to his credit. Has won 1 and lost 2. Lost the game in relief to the Dodgers and lost the game in relief to the Giants. He was the winning pitcher opening day in Pittsburgh. The 1-1 delivery, foul back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Billy Grabarkowitz. You didn't hear much of Grabarkowitz last year because he was hampered by a broken ankle. Curve is over, strike 3 called. So 1 away at the Dodger 8th inning. Now Ted Sizemore comes up. Second baseman Sizemore has gone 0 for 3. Twice he hit infield pop flies, and the other time tapped back to the mound. Hit hard, a line drive in the left field, a clean base hit. Taken on the first hop by Cleon and winged back toward the middle of the diamond. Now the Dodger relief pitcher, Fred Norman, will be coming up to hit for the first time in the game. Norman has now worked 2 innings in relief. Let's look for the bunt as Norman steps in, the bat left-handed. Foy coming in close at third. He squares around, bunts toward the third baseline, picked up by Foy. The peg now is to Boswell, covering in time. And moving over to second, Ted Sizemore. You know, the only thing that's going to impress you about a White Owl cigar is how it tastes compared to other cigars. To really appreciate a White Owl cigar, you have to smoke their cigar. The center fielder and leadoff batter, Vance Joshua, he's had an impressive ball game. 2 for 3 and a walk. Joshua hitting .545 in the 3 games that he's played since coming up from Spokane. He's a left-hand hitter. Ground ball bounced to short. Harrelson grabs the hop and guns it to Clendon. The side is out. Well, Ron Taylor had his sinker working, and the Dodgers are out of the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And the score in the middle of the 8th inning, the Los Angeles Dodgers 4, the New York Mets nothing.
Having a problem in deciding where to take your group on its next outing? If so, let the Mets Group Sales Department solve it for you. This department is manned by experts in handling both men's and women's groups. These same specialists encourage community and civic organizations, social and fraternal clubs, youth, family, and athletic groups.
Now the last of the 8th inning, Mets trail by 4. Harrelson will come up. And while we're waiting for Norman to throw in his warm-up, we'll pause for station identification. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.
This is New York Mets Baseball on WKAJ-FM 102.3 in Saratoga Springs, New York.
Bob Murphy with Lindsey Nelson and Ralph Kainer. Last of the 8th at Shea, and the Mets bats have been stymied thus far against Dodger pitching. Bud Harrelson has flied to right, fly to center, and popped to second, nothing for 3. He cuts on it and fouls it back upstairs, no play. Harrelson batting .297. And Bud leads in 4 of the individual batting department. He leads the Mets in runs scored, in total hits, in doubles and triples. Norman's pitch on the way. Misses the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Maury Wills comes in to talk with Fred Norman. Norman had to win a job in spring training down at Vero Beach. It had been figured he would pitch at Albuquerque or Spokane. The 1-1 delivery, taken high, 2-1. For Fred Norman, his 3rd inning in relief. And a fly ball hits a deep center by Bud Harrelson, but playable. Joshua going back is there and makes the catch. Bud hit that one straight away about 390 feet. 1 out and nobody on, and Cleon Jones will be hitting. Cleon has gone 0 for 3. He almost put New York in front 3-0 back in the 5th inning. He was hitting with 2 outs and 2 on. And he hit the ball to the wall in deep left center where it was caught by Joshua after a long run. San Diego giving Philadelphia quite a battle tonight down in Philadelphia. Phillies hit him with a 7-run first inning for a 7-0 lead. And the Padres now have battled back to tie up the ball game. Outside and low, it's ball 1. Here's the way that game has gone. It's an interesting ball game. The Phillies got 7 in the first inning when Heisel and Compton each hit 2-run homers. Pitch to Cleon, a call strike. However, in the 4th inning, the Padres had scored 2 in the 2nd, and in the 4th inning, Steve Hunt hit a 2-run homer. It was 7-4. In the 7th inning, Al Ferrara hit a 2-run homer to make it 7-6. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. The Phillies got a run in the last of the 7th inning, and so they were ahead 8-6. The Padres a run on the top of the 8th inning on a home run by Ollie Brown, 8-7. So the Phillies are leading 8-7. The Padres have not tied it up. A swing and a miss. The Padres have hit 3 home runs in the game now. They were behind 7-0. They're now trailing 8-7 in the last of the 8th inning. Right here, 1 out and nobody on. We're in the last of the 8th inning, and the Dodgers lead 4-0. Pitch to Cleon. A half swing, and it breaks outside 3-2. Cincinnati has now won 7 straight. They beat St. Louis on a 3-hitter by Wayne Simpson. The Reds winning 5-1 as Tolan and May each hit home runs. Richie Allen hit number 8 for the Cardinals. That's outside, ball 4. Cleon reaches on a walk. Shamsky has singled to right, lined out hard to left field, and been struck out 1 for 3. They have a wild game going in Atlanta. Henry Aaron has hit a 2-run homer. Clete Boyer has hit 2 home runs. Atlanta leads Pittsburgh 11-6 in the last of the 8th inning. Fouled off the mask of Bill Sudeikis, and the count strike 1 to Shamsky. At Montreal, it's the Giants 1 and the Expos nothing after 5, with Rich Robertson dueling Bill Stoneman. And the Astros lead the Cubs 2-1 in the 7th. Jenkins pitching for the Cubs and Larry Dierker for the Astros. Both Jenkins and Dierker were 20-game winners last year. Here's the pitch on the way. Low and outside, 1-1. There were 9 20-game winners in the National League last season. There were 6 in the American League. It was a vintage year for 20-game winners. Now Fred Norman, up in pitching position, delivers to Shamsky. A line drive through the middle, a base hit. Knocked the cap off the pitcher, Fred Norman. Jones will stop at second. Boy, that had to scare the daylights out of him. Boy, if he's a little shook up, it is understandable. Shamsky hit a whistler ear high through the box. I don't know whether the ball or the breeze through the ball, whatever it was, it knocked his cap off. And now the Mets have runners on first and second. That happened to Nolan Ryan earlier in this ball game, and I think it really shook Nolan up. Jim Brewer, a left-hander, and Joe Moeller, a right-hander, get up in the Dodger bullpen. And Don Clendenin is the batter for the Mets. Shamsky wielding the bat, looking good. His second hit in 4 times at bat tonight. Clendenin 0 for 3 tonight, but twice has hit the ball very hard. That was the first hit off Fred Norman since he relieved Sandy Vance. And the pitch by the left-hander. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Baltimore Orioles lead Kansas City 7-3 in the 8th inning in Birdland. 2-run homer by Dick McAuliffe has tied up that Minnesota-Detroit game, 2-2 in the 4th inning. Now Norman ready. Pitch to Clendenin. Ground ball hit hard to third base. Grabarkowitz steps on third. He throws to first. Double play. The side retired as Clendenin hit the ball hard but into a double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 8 innings at Shea, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers 4 and the New York Mets nothing. Clear the prop.
Saratoga Unicom, that's the 512. Like to see the Mets play in person this year? Transportation a problem? Call Richmore Aviation. We'll take 5 people to New York and back again for only $30 per person. On such a baseball excursion, Richmore can also get your party game tickets and arrange ground transportation to and from Shea Stadium. Flying time from the Saratoga County Airport is only 50 minutes. Think about it. You can leave Saratoga at noon, see the Mets play a game, and be home in time for dinner. Let Richmore Aviation show you an enjoyable afternoon with the world champion New York Mets. If you're a Yankee fan, well, we can arrange that too. We also have special 3-person trips. Call Richmore Aviation today. In Saratoga, phone 885-5354. In Glens Falls, dial 792-9949. That's 885-5354 in Saratoga. And in Glens Falls, 792-9949.
As we go to the 9th inning, Gil Hodges is bringing Don Cardwell into the ball game to face the Dodgers. I imagine that Gil wants to give Cardwell some work. Ron Taylor pitched 1 inning effectively, allowed no runs, 1 hit. Walked none and struck out 1, and now Cardwell pitches to the Dodgers in the 9th inning. In the American League, the Yankees are going to play at Oakland tonight, and the Yankees will be trying to run their winning streak to 6 in a row. It will be Stan Bonson 2-2 against Catfish Hunter 4-2. In the Oriole game in Baltimore, Elrod Hendricks, Dave Johnson, and Brooks Robinson and Boog Powell. 4 home runs for the Orioles tonight. 1 for the Royals by Pat Kelly. Baltimore leading 7-3 in the 8th inning. The Tigers and Twins are tied 2-2 in the 4th. Tenon against Lolich. Home runs by Tony Oliva and Dick McCullough. Cleveland won, Chicago won after 4 at Sox Park in Chicago. Dean Chance pitching for Cleveland and Tommy John for the White Sox. After battling through 5 scoreless innings in Milwaukee, the Red Sox put 5 runs on the scoreboard in the 6th inning. Red Sox 5, Milwaukee nothing at the end of 5 1/2. Siebert against Brabender. Washington at California. Not yet underway. For Don Cardwell, his 5th appearance of the year. He relieved against San Diego on Saturday and worked 4 innings. Fastball in to Maury Will, strike 1 called. Last year, Cardi won 8 and lost 10. Cardwell, now a 13-year veteran. And the pitch on the way to Will is a ground ball on the right side of the diamond, hustling in Boswell. He snags it and throws in time. Will's going down the line in a hurry. And a rather close play at first base. One out and nobody on. The number 3 Dodger hitter, Bill Sudeikis, coming up. Catching has probably been the most unsettled position on the Dodger ball club this year. They have Tom Haller, Jeff Torborg, and Bill Sudeikis. In comes the pitch by Cardwell. Low and outside, ball 1. Bill Sudeikis twice has bounced to short and has popped to short. Been on base 1 time with a walk. Big, strapping left-hand hitter, and he has some power. Let's play him as a pull hitter as A.G. leans to right center. Fouled, back behind the screen, no play. 1 ball, 1 strike. All 3 games in this series are night games, and tomorrow night, Tom Seaver pitches against Don Sutton. Well, the Padres may win the biggest game of their lives tonight. They have just gone ahead on a 9th inning home run by Clarence Gaston. And the pitch is over for a called strike. It is now San Diego 9 and Philadelphia 8 in the 9th inning. Clarence Gaston has hit a 2-run homer. The Padres, in coming from far behind, have hit 4 home runs tonight. They were behind 7-0 at the end of the 1st inning. The 1-2 delivery, inside and low. It's all over in Atlanta. The Braves made it 8 straight. They buried Pittsburgh 12-6. George Stone won his 4th, and Bob Moose was the loser. Henry Aaron homered, and Pete Boyer hit 2. The 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Sudeikis is caught looking. Two outs and nobody on. Manny Mota coming up. For Mota, this will be his first time at bat. He went to the outfield in the last of the 7th. Dodgers leading 4-0. We're in the 9th inning. Billy Wilson is now pitching for Philadelphia. Preston Gomez has used 4 pitchers. Low and outside, ball 1. Well, if you're an expansion ball club and you're struggling, and you're behind 7-0 after the 1st inning, and you rally and win it, it's got to give you quite a lift. The Padres have not won it yet, but they're ahead of the ninth. Fouled back into the crowd behind first base. Al Santorini got knocked out in the first inning, and Dan Coombs came in. And Coombs shut out the Phillies until the seventh inning to give the Padres a chance to catch up. He probably left the game for a pinch hitter, and Herbo came on in the seventh, and Dave Roberts in the eighth inning. Grant Jackson started for the Phillies, Barry Lurch in the fourth, Dick Selma in the eighth. Lowe went outside, and now Billy Wilson in the ninth. So on homers by Steve Hunt, Al Ferrara, Ollie Brown, and now Clarence Gaston, the Padres have gone in front. For 2-1 delivery by Carty, Lowe went outside to Manny Mota, 3-1. The Astros got a run in the seventh. They lead the Cubs 3-1 going to the eighth inning. As far as the Mets Eastern Division is concerned, things are breaking just right. Other than their own action right here at Shea Stadium. Pitching 3-1. And a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-2. Two outs and nobody on. 3-2 to Manny Mota. The payoff delivery. Fly ball toward the right field line. Shamsky scampering over. Near the line, he has it. And Cardwell comes on to get the Dodgers 1-2-3 in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Now, in the middle of the ninth inning, the score, the Los Angeles Dodgers 4 and the New York Mets nothing.
Ted and Doris Trade at Trade Gardens, just 2 miles out Lake Avenue on the old Schuylerville Road, have a special now on rose bushes for Mets listeners. Jackson and Perkins Red Devil with a suggested retail price of $4.50 for just $2.50. Two other specials include Laura by Star and Carla by Ball, both with suggested retail prices of $4.95. Sale price for Mets listeners is just $2.50. At Trade Gardens, all roses are potted and ready to go. In addition to these specials, mention Mets baseball and save 30 to 50% on all other rose bushes. Trade still has a special on pansies, 12 per market pack. In bloom, just 55 cents a market pack. Mention the Mets buy 6 market packs for just $2.99. Trade Gardens is just a little out of the way, but they offer big savings, and the trip is well worth the little time it takes. You can call us, Trade Gardens, 584-3236. Ted or Doris will be happy to give you directions. That's Trade Gardens, just 2 miles from downtown Sarasota, out Lake Avenue on the old Schuylerville Road. A small business with big plans.
Torborg is now catching for the Dodgers, last of the ninth inning, and the Mets trailing by a score of 4-0. Fred Norman, a left-hander, winding, and his pitch is over at the knees for a call strike. Pitch thrown to Boswell, a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and the count is strike 2. Sandy Vance worked 5 innings. His shoulder stiffened up. He left the game. Fred Norman has worked 3 innings in relief, allowed no runs and only 1 hit. Two-strike delivery. Breaking ball low outside. The San Diego Padres scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning. So the Padres now lead the Phillies 11-8 going to the last half of the ninth. 1-2 delivery, ground ball, full foul in behind Yogi Berra. Giants got 2 in the 6th inning. They lead Montreal 3-0 going to the last of the 6th inning. The Reds defeated St. Louis 5-1, Simpson a 3-hitter. And the Braves outslugged Pittsburgh 12-6. Braves have now won 8 in a row. The Pirates have lost 6 in a row. The Reds have won 7 straight. The 1-2 delivery. Inside and high to Ken Boswell. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's all over in Baltimore. The Orioles beat Kansas City 7-3. Tom Phoebus pitched a 5-hitter. Elrod Hendricks, Dave Johnson, Brooks Robinson, and Boog Powell all homered for the Orioles. 2-2 delivery. High, inside, ball 3. 3-2. Joe Foy is on deck, and then Duffy Dyer. Long drive that may go foul deep down the line, way back, and a foul ball in the seat. The ball landed in the Loge level. Foul probably by about 10 yards. It's 3-2 now to Boswell, and the pitch by Fred Norman. It's inside ball 4. The Mets have a base runner. Third walk by Norman. Norman has walked 3, struck out 4, allowed no runs, 1 hit. Joe Foy is the hitter. Joe has singled to right, flied to shallow right, and drawn a walk. The Dodgers scored twice in the 6th inning and twice in the 7th. And they lead 4-0 here in the last of the 9th inning. A slow ground ball coming in quickly. Maury Wills. He's up with it. Throws to first. Just in time for the out. Close play. Foy, with his good speed, made that one very close. Duffy Dyer has been up 3 times, reached on a walk, singled to left center, and struck out 1 for 2. Duffy hitting .250. Mike Jorgensen coming out on the on-deck circle. He's going to bat for Don Cardwell. Pitch by Norman. Fastball, low outside, 1 ball and no strike. Fred Norman pitched in the Dodgers minor league system the last couple of years. 28-year-old left-hander who had 3 previous trials with the Chicago Cubs. He has been pitching very effectively. And the pitch. Down the middle, 1 ball, 1 strike. Second game of the series, here at Shea tomorrow night. Game time 8 p.m. with Fever on the mound. Tom trying for his 6th win. He draws a rugged mound opponent in young Don Sutton. The 1-1 pitch. He lets it go, and it's outside, 2-1. The Mets have beaten the Dodgers 9 in a row at Shea Stadium. They won all 6 of the games played here last year. The last 3 of the previous season. But unless they can have a big inning, that win streak will come to an end here tonight. Dyer swings at a curve and misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gil Hodges has Mike Jorgensen out on the on-deck circle to hit for Cardwell. Now the pitch, fouled, back against the screen, no play, it's 2-2. The pitchers of record are Sandy Vance, the Dodger starter, and Nolan Ryan, the starter for the New York Mets. Now the 2-2 delivery. Just missed the corner. And the string is out to Duffy Dyer, 3-2. Nearest the Mets have come to scoring in this game was when Cleon Jones hit that long fly to the wall in left center with 2 on back in the 5th inning. The Mets are shut out here tonight. It'll mark the 3rd time that the Dodgers have shut out the Mets this year. High fly ball hit the left field. Manny Mota has an easy play, drifts back about 2 strides, and takes it. So the Mets are down to their last out here in the 9th inning, trailing the Dodgers 4-0. And Mike Jorgensen is the pinch hitter.
Batting for Cardwell, number 16, Mike Jorgensen.
Mike hitting 179. Mike has had 5 hits this year, and 2 of the 5 have been home runs. He had the decisive blow in the 3-1 win at Dodger Stadium when he homered to break a 1-1 deadlock. Later in that game, Bud Harrelson stole home for the 3rd run. Fastball inside to Jorgensen. Tommy Agee is out of the on-deck circle, hoping that Mike Jorgensen can save him a turn at bat here in the last of the 9th inning. Swung on, foul tipped and held by Jeff Torborg. So if the Dodgers win this one on a shutout, they will have shut out the Mets 3 times in 4 ball games. Only in the Seaver game on Sunday did the Mets score and win. They won 3-1, beating Sandy Vance. The 1-1 delivery, low and outside, 2-1. It's all over in Houston. The Astros have beaten the Chicago Cubs, and the Mets will be happy about that. Cubs have now lost 5 in a row. Early in the year, they had an 11-game winning streak. So the Mets will not lose any ground to the Cubs. Mets right now 2 games behind the Cubs, who lead the Eastern Division. It's 3-1 to Mike Jorgensen. Two men away here in the last of the ninth. 3-1 delivery. It is over at the knees for a call strike. 3-2. So it boils down here to 3-2 to Mike Jorgensen. Dodgers lead 4-0. Ken Boswell on second base, 2 men out. Now the payoff delivery. It's high, ball 4, and Tommy Agee comes up. 4 walks by Fred Norman. Jeff Torborg goes out to the mound to talk to him for a moment. Tommy Agee has 2 for 4 tonight, a double and a single. Otherwise, was struck out and flied to center. Tommy Agee has now hit safely in 16 straight. He needs a hit tomorrow night and the following night to tie the Mets club record of 18 set by Frank Thomas that first year. Agee has faced Norman only once. That was in the 7th inning. He flied to center. Have a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Now Jeff Torborg signals to the infield, 2 men down. Agee cocks the bat. High infield pop fly. It should be the ball game. Size more, the second baseman in short center is under it. The Dodgers win. So a combined shutout by Sandy Vance and Fred Norman. Mets and Dodgers have played 4 games this year. The Dodgers winning 3 of the 4 and winning all 3 by shutout. In the 9th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. The final score, the Los Angeles Dodgers 4 and the New York Mets nothing. Now, we'll be back with a recap of the game in just a moment.
The finest in Italian cuisine and a wide array of steaks, chops, and seafood await your dining pleasure at Mangino's Restaurant, located on the south end of Saratoga Lake. But there's a big difference between just ordinary Italian or American cuisine and Mangino's fine foods. At Mangino's, your order is never prepared hours before. Mangino's realize that good food cannot be hurried, and they ask you to give them a little time to prepare it properly. All dishes are prepared to your order when your order is placed, never before, and it hasn't been simmering away for hours or minutes. And that's the big difference at Mangino's. Why not enjoy eating Italian food the way it should be savored and dine at Mangino's Restaurant, located on the south end of Saratoga Lake on Route 9C, just 2 miles from Route 9. A complete line of Italian specialties are served to tempt the palate, and their steaks and chops and seafood are equally as delightful. Mangino's Restaurant, the home of truly fine foods, Route 9P, the south end of Saratoga Lake.
Final score tonight at Shea Stadium as the Dodgers spoil the homestand opener. The Dodgers 4 and the Mets nothing. The Mets have beaten the Dodgers 9 straight at Shea Stadium over the last year and a half, and that winning streak has come to an end. The Dodgers blanking the Mets tonight on the combined shutout hurling of Sandy Vance and Fred Norman. Vance worked 5 innings, allowed no runs, 5 hits. He gets credit for the victory, and a very strong relief job turned in by left-hander Fred Norman. Pitching the last 4 innings, he allowed no runs and only 1 base hit. Nolan Ryan had the Dodgers shut out until the 6th inning, but in the 6th inning, base hits by Andy Costco and Willie Crawford, and then a clutch double to right center field by Billy Grabarkowitz drove 2 runs in, and the Dodgers were in front 2-0. They added 2 more runs in the 7th on a walk to Joshua, a bunt single by Maury Wills, and a ringing double by Wes Parker. So Grabarkowitz drove 2 runs in with a double. Parker drove two runs in with a double. They share the Dodger club lead in RBIs. Both men now have driven 15 runs across the plate. Nolan Ryan left the game after 7 innings. Ron Taylor pitched the 8th, and Don Cardwell the 9th. The paid crowd, 24,321. For the Dodgers, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 9 left. New York, no runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 10 left. Sandy Vance is the winner. He's now 2-1, and Nolan Ryan the loser. Nolan now has 1-1 and lost 2. Now, we'll be back with a word about tomorrow night's game in just 1 minute.
New York Mets Baseball has been a feature presentation of the New York Mets Baseball Network and Rheingold Extra Dry, the beer with a 10-minute head, and was brought to you by STP, the Racer's Edge, and by several local sports-minded businessmen who hope you have enjoyed today's game, and by the staff of WKAJ-FM 102.3 on your dial, who urge you to patronize the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. Remember, you'll hear all the New York Mets games at home or away, night and day, on your New York Mets station, WKAJ-FM in Saratoga Springs, New York. This is the New York Mets Baseball Network.